And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 350. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK show, we have no topics for you guys tonight because I am very, very tired for some reason. My body is just too sore for some reason. I just did not have a good time after I got off work. Not like my day's horrible. It's just maybe I might be pregnant. That's probably the reason why my body is just absolutely just destroyed at this moment. But I took a nap after getting off work and I streamed playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And that's pretty much it. I replied to a couple of Grace Randolph's tweets and she loves me apparently. I can just ask her now what it tastes like because it's just that easy, honestly. You know?
Idiot.
Good. I'm just saying, though, even she, I think at some point will understand what we're going to bring up here in just a moment. But so we are now at episode 350. Holy fucking shit. 50 more episodes and we're going to be at 400. So 500, who knows? Warren, I'm putting this task on you. You're going to have to bring on some strippers. I know you know some girls. You got to bring them on.
No.
I thought you were
okay,
fun.
MSK. So you said that there was 50 episodes away from 400. Then you mentioned 500. How many away from 500?
Shit. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to think about it right now. Because
all right, fair enough.
Because I was at 500 before and I had to restart for reasons, so I'll be depressed. But I won't be depressed because I'm not a they/them gender studies person like Warren mentioned backstage before we went live. Just imagine that you're getting a degree in gender studies and going, I can't find a job. Gee, I wonder why. Is there a market for that job? Is there an actual, industry for that? It's like, holy crap, women are literally stupid, and I will not be disagreed with. If you disagree with me, I will become a dictator. I'll call them
That's a woman, though.
Sean Connery says sometimes they need a good slap up. So
there was like oh shit. Oh shit. So I'm not advocating we have Sharia law here to hit women. I'm not advocating for that. But these women definitely did not get spanked growing up. They did not get hit enough by their parents because holy crap. These women are just so stupid. Like the fact that we have to subject ourselves to this level of stupidity
MSK.
is insane.
I got a question. So you think of yourself as a smart person, but you're saying these women are too stupid because they didn't get beaten enough. Just trying to connect those two.
Are you implying something here?
I love it. Whenever MSK says there's no topic, there is a topic. It's MSK's hate. And that's what the topic's going to be. For the next 2 hours is what MSK hates.
We're just going to have some fun here. It's just the guys chilling. That's what it should be. Dudes coming together once a week and just chilling with each other, having a good time. But no, we would have had a topic tonight. I was just too dead inside to really just get into the content creator motion of doing all that. So we'll bring the topics back pretty much on Friday at full force. I do like going over stuff. It's just, I got to bring myself to get into that YouTuber mode. It's like, hey, I'm the Riz Master, top G rich guy. All the ladies love me.
We'll respect your pronouns. But hey, quick question. As long as you're bringing it fully, can you read the title of your stream? Like, if you were to read that word, the first one right after 350, how would you pronounce that?
So, in my opinion, and my defense, because I do plead the fifth, I straight up just copied and pasted that from an ad that I saw on someone else's YouTube channel. I was watching a podcast.
But if you were to pronounce it,
Lovecraftian.
Yes,
Lovecraftian creatures are wreaking havoc.
There we go. See, Lunchbox did it, but no, Warren, what did you want to say? What happened, dude?
No, I said I got a topic. How do people feel about getting their $2,000 checks at some point?
I thought that was a joke. Are you serious?
That's not a joke. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not fucking with you. I straight up thought because people were posting about that. I thought that was a joke, honestly.
No,
well, they have to get it passed to the House and the Senate, but that's the plan right now. It's going to be a big thing. It's going to be the Supreme Court's decision on the tariffs. If they knock down his ability to do tariffs, then that throws everything off. But if they don't knock that down, we could be possibly getting a check sometime by the first of the year. Depends on how long it takes to get through the House and Senate.
Okay. No, and the reason why I was hesitant is because when people say, because dude, after those stimulus checks we got back in like COVID, people have been like literally, I swear, making up articles saying like, we're gonna get a third one, we're gonna get a third one. And I was like, that's just not happening. So when I saw that, I was like, this is definitely not happening. But no, I'm glad you clarified that for me. I mean, okay, I know it's gonna sound kind of bad, but I know circulating money like that back into the economy, giving everyone free checks is kind of, something that you can always debate on. Is there a good or bad idea? But if we're looking at it from the first of the month point of view, and we know how, and I'm not saying this as someone who, is one of those guys, but first of the month, January, is very, very hard on people because they spent a lot of money, pretty much October, November, December, traveling back and forth, holiday season and all that. Hours could be slowed down at work. It's just not as busy for a lot of people to get the hours at work. Getting that kind of check would kind of help out quite a bit. I'm not saying that this is a good thing for the economy or anything, but it's like, goddamn, January's fucking rough as hell. Literally, if you don't get a tax return and it's slow at work, oof, that shit is so rough, honestly. I've been through that. So, honestly, if it passes, I'll take it. I could use the money. I'm not mad about it. January, it's dude, right now at my job, it's already getting slow. Not like slow, but they're already cutting hours in places. So having that January, knowing there's potentially a safety net there for this year, I'll take it.
Well, I mean, January's probably being nice. I imagine we don't even know what the Supreme Court's saying about the tariffs yet. So if they knock down the tariffs, we ain't getting shit. So
I highly doubt they won't. I highly doubt they will knock down the tariffs though, because they would have already. I think they would have already knocked down some of the tariffs prior, and I don't understand people. I think people don't understand how tariffs work. But and it's just it's mind-boggling.
Laps explained it. I think, it was on one of the. It was a show we did, the Jimmy Kimmel one. Maybe it was the first one or the second one. He explained it. I was like this because I remember I learned. I have some little bit of knowledge, very little knowledge of it, but I don't know if he said his plan worked very well. So, I mean, I hope we get paid. I don't know, man. January's fucking rough, usually for a lot of people. So I hope I get some free money. And I'll be using it for strippers and OnlyFans. Thank you, Trump. I knew you were the best president.
The irony is, I want to know if all those people that hate all the people that hate Trump, right? I hope they give me their check because they hate him so much, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Anybody here?
I'm not gonna lie. These people have been talking so much shit on this guy. And if you were to literally give them free, because that isn't that their thing, the rich should give back to the poor and all this other nonsense. It's like you can't use that as your argument anymore. Because that's what I've heard the people talk relentlessly. Rich should give back to the poor, even though they literally create the jobs that you actually have right now. But whatever, you don't get jobs from poor people, but it is what it is. People are fucking stupid, honestly. Hey, if he gives you some free money, actually, you know what? Since you love the government so much, and since you love getting taxed, how about just give the government your check? Be like, hey, I don't want it. Because you love paying taxes so much, obviously. But,
it's the same people that I love. My friends are like, oh, man, I'll take. Everybody should be, we should keep illegal immigrants. And then the first thing I say to them, I see a couple of people. You want me to bring them to your house and have them stay over? They're like, no, I don't have no room. I'm like, wait a minute, you're advocating for them to stay, though. Why can't you take them?
Oh, God.
You hypocrite. What are you talking about? Am I right, Lunch?
Actions over words all the time. But no, we'll do intros and then we'll get to more into that, and we'll get to the other things we're going to talk about. So we'll start with the Grey Poupe. How was your week so far, dude? Did you die yet, or are you alive?
Not yet, but we'll see how this show goes. Might get there eventually.
Good God.
But, not too bad. Kind of a good week actually. So it's a bit of a change of pace.
Do you still have your
I'm here.
You still have your amps from when you used to play music?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I've still got a kit and a wall of amps set up in my basement, and I like to go down there and rock out every once in a while.
How often do you do that? Once in a while? Once a month?
It's about every day at 4 p.m. I just go down there and start playing drums.
Is that loud for your wife to hear that?
It's before she gets home from work, but I'm sure the neighbors hate it.
God, Lord. You definitely had them call the cops on you for loud music at the night, didn't you?
No, I live in a nice neighborhood.
Okay,
they're all good.
Hell yeah. All right, Lunchbox. Who's Warren? Oh my God, we have a Warren and a war. Oh my God. Why did you guys on the internet decide to?
We also have a Riz Master.
Call me Lunchbox. It'll work. I won't answer unless it's lunchbox, so that way we won't get it confused.
No, it's fine. Warren, how was your week so far been, dude?
Week's going good. I'm about to hit a milestone. I'm working on the second to last page of art for issue 4 of Sig and Joe, my comic book series. Once I get the art done and get it lettered and off to the editor, then I will have completed the first 4 issues, the first story arc, over 200 pages of Sig and Joe. It's kind of a big milestone for me. Most people who try to make comic books don't even get past the first issue, but I just knocked out 4. So I'm very, very happy. It's been kind of a surreal time lately as I get closer to finishing up the art on this.
So you're not EVS. You actually work on your comics.
Oh, yeah, I actually draw comics.
So I remember your original plan when we first met, or the second time we had you on. You said you're not going to do single floppy single issues anymore. You're just going to basically just trades as the big issue. Actually,
yeah, they won't be all 200, but like the second arc of Sig and Joe, I'm going to have everything written out, about 4 issues worth of material, but I'm just going to do it all at the same time, and then I won't have any. I won't pay to have any floppies made. If I find a publisher and they want to do that, they can. But I'm going to go straight to graphic novels and just print those out.
Are you going to be on Global? Aren't you on Global Comics right now?
I'm on Global Comics right now, issues 1 through 3.
Okay.
And also too, I have been talked about possibly getting Sig and Joe into Antarctic Press. I'm not sure how they're doing lately, but I am going to add one of Ben Dunn's characters, Tomorrow Girl, to Sig and Joe in the second arc. There's going to be a crossover on one of the issues.
Oh, that's good.
So,
hell yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start working on trying to expand out more and get that out there.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You're basically saying at one point on New Comic Book Wednesday, we could see Antarctic Press publishing The Adventures of Sig and Joe issue 1.
Until I get famous enough where someone looks through my history and finds me on here, and then I get canceled. Until that happens, so I'm going to ride the train up as far as I can.
Dude, you got to go. You got to save up your tax returns and pay Image Comics. What do they charge, like $3,000 for you to publish your what was like first 3 issues of your comic series through them?
Something like that.
Something like that. I should don't know.
It's like you don't get any money until they pay off the print run or some shit like that. It's not like you have to directly give them the cash, but it's essentially it's like you're not going to make any money until that's paid off, from what I understand. So there better be a lot of books being printed. So
wouldn't that be crazy seeing The Adventures of Sig and Joe with an Image comic imprint?
Oh, it would be nuts.
Good Lord. Crazy. But then everyone, what's the worst case scenario? Is everyone reads the first issue and goes, damn, this guy's overrated. He's a hack. Not going to issue 2. That would suck. But the good thing that you're going to do is you're going to add basically more than 24 pages. It's going to be like almost what you said, 30, 40 page volume 1. So you're getting more bang for your buck, and you're getting a fully completed arc or story for that.
I'll have a full arc done. Whether, like if I go to an Image, it's going to be here's the first 4 arcs of Sig and Joe, and they're done. Like most comic publishers won't take you unless the arc is done. They don't want just one issue done. They want to have all of it done, so that way there's no interruptions with their release schedule.
Right.
And the first volume of my book is going to be over 200 pages. So I'm excited because like the 4th issue alone was 76 pages, and the other ones were like 40. So it's like it's really honestly it's like 6 floppies worth of comic books into one.
And Warren, what's up, man? How you doing, dude? He's having a good week, I imagine.
Just another week in New York. Trying to deal with people.
Wait a minute. He's going to have volume 1 at 210 pages? That's crazy. I thought he was going to only have like a 50-page volume 1 and do a 50-page one for volume 2 or 60-page for volume 3. But 210 pages for a volume 1? You're going to go for that?
Well, yeah, it's the first 4 issues. The ones in the future, I'll be tightening them up, and they'll probably be more closer to 76 to 80 pages. But this first one's going to be 200 pages thick.
For a volume. That's insane. That's crazy.
Other than that, MSK just working, just trying to get down to lose some more weight. That's about
How's the new job?
The job's fine. Just when you work for corporate, they find loopholes. That's all I will say.
Good Lord. Hell, it's one of these things where we're at this point now where Warren is successful, you're successful, I'm successful, and Gray's successful. See, I just get myself around successful people.
I do like the fact that you do see a lot of you do get distracted by the amount of women that you're around, so you have to really keep your eyes down.
Women are a distraction. Yeah, I always tell guys this, having this lifestyle where you have a bunch of women around you, it's kind of cool when you're younger, but it's women are just useless. The more you get older, you're like,
I don't know about useless, MSK. Just a bit of a distraction.
You know what these words mean? Women being useless, you being successful. I know that you've heard these words used before, but I don't know, man. There's so many uses a woman could have
besides sex. Okay, but besides
that's
sex,
just one.
Breeding. Okay. What else you got? Don't say personality. I'll fight one of you guys.
Conversation.
I have better conversation with you guys than women.
Well, you're paying us. Well, I guess you're paying them too. I don't know, man.
I mean,
outside of sex, it's what else you got? I don't know.
You know what MSK's doing with his $2,000 check.
Okay,
conversation.
Straight
a
Vegas.
good woman. They're there to kind of set you straight sometimes. You can say things bluntly to me, but I don't know, the way that my wife can kind of set me straight on certain things. It's yeah, you're right. What the hell was MSK talking about? He is a moron. You are correct.
And then,
usually that's just what the wife says.
Lab said his wife heard me talk or something, and she called me a retard. I was like, what did I do?
I mean, she's got a point.
She sounds like she's an excellent judge of character.
Yeah,
I will say,
I don't think she would have to be a detective, but it sounds like she's getting close to it.
Oh my
she's
God.
Picking up clues.
I don't know. I think it is what it is that I think women are useful. I think the problem is that there's this what I don't get is they listen to other women instead of listening to men. And if they listen to men, they would be more rational. Because most women lie to women because they don't want to see other women be better than them. It's very catty how they act. Like the difference. Let's say I saw Gray and he was looking good. Coming out the gym. I'd be like, yo, you put in the work at the gym, right?
That's right, bro.
Now let's say I was a girl. No, look at her. She thinks she's good with her little slim body. Look at that. She probably got Botox and like that's how they do it. It's so
like Ozempic.
It's like did she go on Ozempic?
Yeah. No, I see your point. It's weird because women will say that guys are too serious and are too mean, but they're the same way, but it's just underhanded and sneaky. It's the same shit. One just has a different approach to it. I'd rather what you just did there. You just said what you bluntly felt, and then I could be like, okay, I can potentially see where the person's coming from. But if someone is doing it behind your back, that's different because,
But the funny part is then they go to the same girl. Oh, girl, you're looking great. But in the back, oh, you're on that Ozempic. It's really catty and really shark.
This is based. I actually agree with that point. That final thing. Your wife, yes, more women should give less of a shit what other women think because your wife is successful. The other women want to be in her position. I agree with her. Other women's opinions are garbage. Like Gray's wife, successful.
Wait, what wasn't she also the one who said that you were retarded? You're agreeing with her?
What was the thing? Broken cock is right once a day kind of thing,
What?
It's crazy how the married women don't give a shit what the other.
You just combined two phrases you hear often. But you should look at Laps's other comment because hey, congratulations getting on a list, man.
Hey,
this time not a legal one.
I don't need sex is overrated. We don't need sex. We're
made the list. MSK.
We're good just jerking each other off. I'm just being honest here. We have each other. That's all that matters, right?
Hey, did you say a broken cock is right twice a day?
No, that's the joke. I know it's a broken clock.
It's pretty sure it's always wrong.
I just want to be able to. I just want to be able to walk up. Like, I just think it's silly that like if you try to even like compliment someone, it's already harassment. Or try to save them from a hidden car, they sue you. It's like what? Well then, okay, great. If someone's robbing you, if you yell out, you're getting raped. I'll be like, oh well, I guess you're strong and independent. I'll be walking down. Yeah, I know that sounds horrible, but
it's ulterior motives. What's going on, guys?
Kingstar, what's up, man?
Pretty good. Other than the cold weather, everything's fine and dandy.
Connecticut, sucks. I know Connecticut.
Well, at least it's not snowing like in New York, so that's a positive.
At least it's not in New York. That's already a positive. That's
oh god.
I hate where I live.
I'll just give an example. Amaranth, garbage. She dogged her husband's a fucking cuck beta bitch loser anyway. But she dogged this guy out, called him an abuser, an animal abuser, a bunch of things, right? Then her house got invaded by people trying to steal money from her. He's the only he saves her, right? He saves her. And
I don't think that's staged.
It could be, right. I'm not agreeing. It could be because
it probably is because she probably wants donations, man.
Yeah, but let's say hypothetically, if it's not staged and she went and dogged her husband out to thousands of other people, only for that guy to come in and save her from getting apparently like shot by a couple of guys, it's like, what the fuck? I would never be with a woman like that. This woman literally dogged this guy in front of hundreds of thousands of people on the internet.
We know that you're never going to have a shot with a woman like that, but that didn't stop you from donating to her OnlyFans, right?
Never did that.
You're not supporting your boys, right? You didn't subscribe to her husband.
Don't have any OnlyFans.
Yeah, so how come you're still supporting a woman like that?
Whoa. Let's put an asterisk there. What do you mean by having a shot? You mean just have sex with her? I'm
sure. I'm sure she would not let you have a shot that way either.
I think he meant.
I just meant being around her and even the same room.
Besides sex.
You would only use her for sex. You don't need to be in a relationship with her. She's she'd still be rich.
You just say this stuff for clicks. You just say this stuff so that you do know you want a woman around you. Stop it. Just stop.
No. I don't want to
Lauren, be careful. You're talking about the Glizzmaster here. He's the top glizzy.
No. I'm saying like sex is fine. Blow her back out, pull her hair, all that stuff. But you don't want to be in a relationship with her. I would never want that. What the? Why? What is she? What she got?
Yeah. No, I get it. She's a woman. Why would you ever want a relationship?
An insane woman, but nonetheless.
Okay, then
use it for money. I'm not saying you can't, but I don't want to be in a relationship with her. Why would any guy want to be in a relationship with that fucking thought? Unless you're a loser. Unless you're a loser.
Are we talking about someone in particular, or are you still talking about all women in general?
Oh my god,
he's doing both. Either way, it's a fantasy. But I think the one positive about Amaranth, if you do get with her and you do marry her, you're either entitled to like some sort of alimony or palimony because those donations from MSK types, they're probably making more than you can. I gotta say that husband of hers is probably doing pretty good if they get divorced.
We're talking about self-respect. I'm not talking about money, right?
Dude, you've got none of that.
I will say,
yeah, but sometimes the money isn't even important. It's about your not necessarily your ego, but like being treated a certain way.
Your image.
If you're a bitch, if people see you as a bitch, including yourself, money doesn't fucking matter. Everybody's gonna walk all over you, including her. So it doesn't fucking matter.
No, just
at the end of the day.
At TwitchCon, when Emaru was like assaulted by that one guy, she was walking her husband because she was doing the whole Hassan shock collar thing. I got her point. It made sense, but she's literally like dog walking her husband. How are you not ashamed of this? Yeah, sure. He gets to live in a big house. She has a lot of money. She takes care of him. She blows him, whatever. But like, dude, I don't respect that. I mean, it's not like he needs the respect, but like, what the fuck? Did she really like her husband, love him because she's dog walking him in front of hundreds of people at this con?
MSK.
Like,
if you
he's
want
got proof that he's been in the same room with a woman. What do you have?
Okay, great. I'll ask you. If your wife was like, honey, dress up in a dog outfit and let me walk you like a dog in front of on
she knows the deal. No furries.
Oh God! But you wouldn't do it, right? You're not doing it.
No, not the furry shit.
Oh God!
Yeah, no, because everybody needs to have self-respect. If he doesn't respect himself, then nobody will. And unfortunately,
the line is always at furries.
Oh my God! No, my God! No, they were playing Hassan and his dog. Was it Kaya? That's his name? Dogs? Kaya? Yeah, that's the dog's name.
Kaya. Yeah. Come on, dude.
You mean Nagu?
So all the bitches you're just gonna disrespect now?
Hey, I'm more of a cat guy. Cats are better than dogs, for being honest here. But
I don't know. I just think some and don't. I mean, also then like the thing is like if he leaves Amaranth, right? What's his going to be his claim to fame? So he's kind of stuck in a. I'm not saying he should be in
the dude who makes a living from, divorcing Amaranth.
Yeah, I mean that's about it. But then he like what other woman would want him afterwards?
He would have to sign. Because actually, Gray's right. If they did get divorced, hypothetically, she would pay him alimony because she makes way more money.
He's accustomed to a certain lifestyle. Come on, MSK.
I mean, because she can't divorce him either because, like Gray said, she would lose more in it. He would just take half her shit. So you're right. They have to be stuck together at this point. I don't know how Texas laws is about that. But I know here if she lived here, you'd be fucking screwed. You wouldn't get divorced just by principle alone because you lose all your money. So I don't know. I couldn't be with someone like that who just doesn't respect you enough to just fucking walk you around like a dog in front of a lot of people. Hell, good Lord, fucking hell.
What the hell did you just say? Who doesn't respect you enough to walk you like a dog? You just really told on yourself that that's what you're looking for.
No,
and that would be your real sign of respect if some woman walked you around like a dog.
No, sorry.
Or Jim.
I misspoke. I'm going to clarify. If any woman wants to do that to you,
you're open to it.
And keep in mind, the reason why the respect should matter in the relationship is that's your fucking wife. Your wife doesn't respect you, then what the fuck are you there for? Like, she doesn't respect you, then I don't know how you have a good relationship at all, honestly.
Well, I mean, it's clearly one marketing, right, for her if he did that, because most men would say no, I'm not doing that nonsense.
Right?
Like,
yes.
So let's be clear, and then second of all, like again, he's making the money, and he like the funny part is he can. Amaranth's gonna get old at some point. She's gonna get saggy.
Oh,
she's gonna get wrinkles.
She's got 1-2 years tops.
I mean, at some point she's gonna become just because there's gonna be younger, other girls up and coming and all that stuff. So like he could then move from divorce her and then go to someone else. So I mean,
and he could take half her shit if she wanted to, depending on whatever divorce laws are in Texas.
Because I heard
you think he gets half the beer.
Because I heard like Asian don't raisin, so
Dude, the same weekend they went to TwitchCon, they went to a strip club and she was covering his eyes at a strip club. It's like, okay, so you can get butt naked, open up your booty hole for $5.99, have dudes rail you, but he can't look at naked women, even though you get naked in front of a bunch of other dudes online. Oh God!
You don't understand. He can look at the OnlyFans too. Like,
oh yeah, he can pay for it. Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have to pay. He gets the complimentary membership. But she's not looking at other people. Come on, MSK.
I don't know. I think the thing is what would really be like would call all of this like whole OnlyFans, Twitch thoughts, Instagram thoughts, Snapchat thoughts. The list goes on. Just make prostitution legal. That's it. That would end everything because it's just free and it's available. And it's like, okay, why do I need to watch so and so when I could just buy it? It's legal. I don't need to. But of course, it's just like anything. If it threatens the market, they're gonna all be like, "Oh, you're ruining my entrepreneurship." You ever notice that? Like, I'm an entrepreneur. Yes, selling your booty hole is an entrepreneur.
$5.99. No, dude, did you see that tweet where how stupid girls tweet where they have like these 5 things that they say, and it's like the same repeat. So she's like, "I'm not just an OnlyFans girl. I'm a content creator. I'm a social media promoter." It's like you're all those things, but you sell your butthole for $5.99.
Not just that. Also beer made of the yeast from her other region.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, listen. You could do whatever you want. But like, I think if that would end a lot of this stuff, and people wouldn't people that are just quite. Because I'm an average guy. Most people are average at best, and that's fine. A lot of people, if they just did that, just called out the whole market. Remember when the OnlyFans CEO wanted to get rid of what was it, 2021, when he announced that during the COVID, oh, he's gonna get rid of porn, and they all there was a big upcry. You remember that? Like that's how much they know what they're doing is bad, and they know that that's the only thing that will get them money, because originally OnlyFans was for let's say
it's like a Patreon kind of thing.
Yeah, it was like a Patreon kind of thing. Like if people actually thought MSK was good, they would subscribe to his OnlyFans, but they don't.
That's huge, Jeff.
I'm just saying, I would have a bunch of sex videos with girls, selling my porn tapes for $30. No, probably at least $200. At least $200. So come on.
Girls though?
Yes, with girls. Not having sex with dudes.
You're not going to get Jim and the gang over? I was going to start an OnlyFans once, but I just wanted to put different kinds of room fans in it with sexy music playing as they kind of just went back and forth and oscillated.
This one's a tower fan.
God.
Yep, a tower fan. Maybe put a little scarf on it.
Gray, when you ever come back to doing content, if someone says you don't have any black fans, just post a picture of your black fan. So if anyone ever says you have no black fans, you can show them that, right?
Yeah, I got a couple of black fans.
Okay, awesome. No, it's just, hey, I just don't get how OnlyFans girls think they're different from girls that are prostitutes. It's like all you're doing is it's just a computer screen that separates it.
Well, they call themselves sex workers.
I was gonna say, why do you think they're different?
It's funny you say that.
Right. Some do. Yeah.
Some do, but they don't even. Even though you're right, some call them, but majority don't even like to be called sex workers because they get very offended. Like, this isn't sex work. This is my job. They get so. I'm like, well, wait a minute, aren't you still?
But I see on the whatever podcast, the OnlyFans chicks on there, they're always calling it like sex work. But it all depends on the chick and what they want to call it. I think OnlyFans is just a digital strip club.
It is.
Back in the day, you could go to the titty bar, pay some chick, who's $20, and she'll get all naked and grind on you. Now you just sit at home and pay some chick $10, and she sends you a video of her showing her butthole to you. So
I mean, makes sense. It's a digital world.
Yeah, and I can do it from the safety of my home, where I don't have to go outside and interact with humans.
There's not a 3-drink minimum.
I think that's what it is, though. Because they control. I think it's a level of control and safety. It's like, well, if I don't like someone, I could just kick them out of my room. I could block them. I can,
Yeah, and the fans like it because it's personal. It's like, not only do I get naked pictures of this hot chick, but I talk to her in the DMs. And she tells me that my job is cool, and I send her a picture of my friggin' dick, and she rates it for me or some shit.
Oh,
I mean, it's all about that experience with their fans, and it's just really weird. What surprised me was, even around here in my small town, how many women have an OnlyFans. It's like it's almost like everyone between the ages of like 18 to like 32. Has one almost.
But then you'll hear them say things like, I had to do this because I had no other way of making money. It's like, how do you think your mom did
MSK.
it? What
MSK, why did that come off your lips so naturally? Like, how come it sounded almost like you've said that 1,000 times?
Because I have heard women say these. It's like I'm hearing the same points of them on repeat, so I know which one they're going to go to. So the number one reason, I'll say top 5, I would say. One of the main reasons I hear is I had to do this because I had no other way of making money. I just want to point out to women that there's a lot of women that are not, some are CEO of companies, which is pretty good, right? I respect that. There's women that are in actually good positions at jobs that make a good amount of money without whoring themselves out.
But do you think that like their option were, okay, so am I going to be the CEO of I don't know, let's go Walmart, or am I going to open an OnlyFans account?
Well,
But
it's more like slow money versus fast money, right? The slow money is
yeah,
becoming the CEO. The fast money is become. But the thing is, the fast money is like being an actor, right? Like not everyone that does OnlyFans gets like the whole 10K a month or whatever. Sometimes they only get like maybe if at best $10, and then they realize they just humiliate themselves because there's someone better looking than them. Like you actually have to market yourself. And I'm not again, I'm not advertising or promoting that OnlyFans a person, but like it's like he said, if it's your small town, just imagine bigger cities, right? Like just imagine like the competition is going to be harder. So like to me, I wouldn't even. Why would I go into a field or something where I know I have to be the top 5% where I could just
I'm
get
just
into a
saying,
field? It doesn't make sense.
It is kind of awesome that there is this somewhat of a ripcord that women could pull, where it's like, okay, so I've literally got no prospects, I've got no money coming in, but hey, there's always this one thing I could sell pictures of myself or so. I don't think it's generally what people, as from a child dream of doing as a career, but man, there's times in my life where I was fucking desperate. I know I've sold like possessions and shit. If there was any way that I could just sell pictures, I think I would have done it, man. What can I say? I don't think down on anyone who's there. There, but the grace of God go I, or something. I don't know.
But great, come on. Like the thing is, right? You don't like everybody. People have situations really bad. Life is not easy. I'm sure everybody here has had some sort of hardship, right?
probably struggling right now, obviously.
Right. The thing
Yeah.
is, the thing is, you're gonna do that, but you have to say to yourself, are you willing to deal with the consequences? Because there's consequences for actions, and I don't want to be that
Yeah.
guy of like I'm the man whore of like I don't know Alabama, and that's all. Even after I clean myself up, hey, guess what? I saw you bend over, and guess what? Big Dick Buster went right
Hey,
up
you
your
weren't supposed
hole.
to see that.
Well,
Uh,
it is.
Hey,
It
can I
hey,
is a
say,
I'm
good.
man?
I'm I'm stealing that. I am now Big Dick Buster.
It
Hell
is a
yeah.
good point. Wherein before OnlyFans, girls would pay for like medical school by being a stripper. But
Yeah.
unless you happened
Based.
to go into that club or catch one of the flyers, you would never know they were a stripper once they got in the professional world. Problem with OnlyFans is you're leaving a thumbprint on the internet, which is pretty much forever. So when you hear about these ladies losing teaching careers because their OnlyFans from like their college days gets found, or they're losing their jobs as in dentist office or along those lines, or their God forbid their kids find it, and then their friends are giving them shit about it along those lines. So it is something that I don't think a lot of people understand on how long this decision is going to affect you in the long term. Like it could get really bad for you depending on your scope and career you want to go. Just like all of us being on this show 10 years from
Yeah.
now, when Gray, you're doing awesome, then someone goes through and finds the show, and then there's a compilation of you and me sitting next to MSK while he's spewing out all this hatred. Our careers are done, and it's like
I'm just saying. I'll say it like I say in every episode. I disavow everything that the Top Gliz Master says. But all I'm saying is I've done some unsavory shit in my life. I sold drugs and shit, man. That was out of desperation, and it was to make a quick buck. Because if not, like, I don't know what exactly would have happened.
But
But
there's a big
I don't know.
difference, Gray.
Well, but you were saying like you've got to look at the long-term consequences. It's like, man, at one point I was moving kind of big numbers, and
oh my God,
if I did get caught with
allegedly.
that, like during one of these whatever transactions, I'm just saying like there would have been some very long-term consequences, and it would have affected everything. I think much more than like some naked pictures of me leaking on the
Okay.
Go
ahead.
You're fine.
You
go.
No, but the thing is, you didn't make that a career, and you were like, there's a big difference, right? Like the thing is, like you can't get rid of the internet. Like, I'm sure you don't have anyone calling you on your phone, texting you, or send you an email or tweeting you, be like,
Only
oh man,
MSK.
oh, like, oh, Gray, you were a drug dealer back then, man. I saw you hitting the corners, and you were like lacing
Gray
up
was
that.
hitting the corner, all right.
You were on the ski slopes, and you don't. I don't think you were. You're that infamous. But like the thing is, it's like Lund
Oh, you
says.
never heard Demon Mustard of the East Coast?
Oh my god!
like Lund said, you're literally infamous, and there's nothing. Like, okay, for instance, look at Kim Kardashian. She was crying, I think, a couple weeks ago that how her kids were saying that they were being and her outside of her family's pretty decently successful,
Right? Yeah.
ish. And like she's still she's crying because her kid's getting bullied. And there's a lot of repercussions, but like people don't realize it. But I'm saying, like, we all have desperate moments. I'm sure even I've probably done some shady stuff, but it wasn't long term, and we knew the long term effects of those consequences. You can't get rid of the internet, like Lunch said. It's gonna be there. That is the gift and the curse of having the internet. You can't get rid of it. You just can't. So like, are you gonna you're gonna have to live with the regret, or are you just gonna have to be a demon? One of the two.
Well, the other thing I want to bring up, several things. So there was a fucking hell, a famous porn star that I think she was on a podcast, and she was talking about she wanted the internet, or she wanted to have all of her adult videos like deleted or whatever, like the 200+ ones.
Lana Rhodes?
Yeah, yeah.
Or Riley Reid.
Yeah, the first one you said. Yeah,
Lana Rhodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
She started doing like on porn or whatever at 19, and she had like over 200 videos, and she was like, I'm a mom now, and I want all of these deleted. And it's the same thing that you said, which is pretty much like there's just consequences to actions. Like, keep in mind, Gray, imagine when you were doing that, there's going to be consequences. There at some point was consequences for your actions, right? Imagine there was, because that's just nothing is inherently consequenceless in life.
Well, when you're moving as much product as Gray was, you're talking about congressmen, judges, police officers, FBI,
I mean, hell,
all in his pocket.
The rival cartels alone.
I mean, it was just the empire. So yeah, that stuff follows you.
And the other thing I want to add to what we were talking about is this is what I look at it from a woman's point of view when they keep saying these things. It's like they don't think that them doing this will have any hard way that people will look at them in the years go by, right? So you, like, keep in mind, you had a past life, that's fine, whatever. But most people are going to be judged for their past, right? Just in general. And I think men are a little bit judged harsh for their past than women are. Because a lot of these girls now are like, how dare you judge me for my past?
What the hell are you talking about, dude? You are being so judgmental against any woman who has an OnlyFans. You're telling me that it's like, oh, if she just did that 5 years ago, oh, she's fine now. Dude, you wouldn't give a shit less if some dude said that he used to be a porn star or something like that.
I don't know.
You know that you judge women much harsher than you judge men.
No, I'm saying that men's past are judged as I would say my case, a lot more harsher. I don't see how would I go about explaining this? Like, okay, so you're always going to be reminded that you were a drug dealer, right? But you go, hey, that's just how that kind of works.
No,
in my life.
Most people don't remember that.
If I had an OnlyFans and I had hundreds of videos on me,
if you had an OnlyFans, I'm blowing my brains
pumping
out.
Chicks,
just pointing it out.
You think someone's going to judge me? You think other dudes are going to be like, dude, you're a slut?
No, not
yeah.
for sex work.
I think most people are going to judge like, is his hand okay from all the high fives?
Well,
I wouldn't say from sex work, right? Not that. What you just said. Like, if you were a former drug dealer, well, everyone's going to probably pretty much remind you were a former drug dealer. Or if you were someone, let's say you beat your wife. Let's say randomly we find out you beat your wife.
Let's not say that. No, it's much different. One would say you're born into one of those where the other one was an act of desperation. I don't think anyone beat their wife out of desperation.
No. Like, if it ran, I'm not saying it is. It's a term. I'm just making this up. But I'm just saying.
No, we know that goes without saying. Anything you're talking about, you're probably just making up.
If you were known as a wife beater, no one would care about anything you would have to say other than the fact that they knew you were a wife beater. This is not true. I'm just making this up, right?
Okay, I think the same thing would be said for a chick, though. Like, if she is known as like a domestic abuser, I'm pretty sure people would kind of still think of her as that. I know. What's the one? Is it Naomi Campbell who like beat the shit out of her assistant with the phone? I don't know. That's what I think of her as, but that's just me.
Yeah, well, it's if they find out about your past, it can affect you when you're going for jobs, if you're going for political office, possibly in relationships. If you get with somebody and they find out something about your past, and they can judge you about it. And even though OnlyFans is a pretty, I mean, it's to me the one thing that I would say that doesn't happen enough is thinking of the long term of it, because it does carry it's much more damaging for a woman to be in that situation than a man.
Of course.
It's they're going to get judged harsher on it, and it's also just about the ability, like if you move towns and if I was a drug dealer in Seattle and I moved to New York and I just stopped doing it and no one knows me, I can disappear and hide and everything be fine. If I have an OnlyFans and I move from Seattle to New York, all someone has to do is a Google search, and depending on the size that I got and if it's still what's still out there, they might be able to find it. So, and today's deal with the image searches and everything else, it's really hard to hide any of that stuff.
Well,
yeah.
So my thing, the reason I don't like OnlyFans is because like there's really good careers out there, and you can, and it's not like entrepreneurs. Like there's women out there that come up with like some great like cosmetic designs or some sort of patent. And I think what OnlyFans is saying is like, forget about like enriching your mind, just throw your body out there and people will pay for it. And it's like that's like you have to be really really beautiful, one, relatively young, or two, have some gimmick, like maybe you have maybe one toe and or like one on a foot or something, because there's weirdos out there. Or maybe you have your armpit hair that's down to your knees, like something like that. There's people out there that like that stuff.
I do think though you and MSK are mischaracterizing how easy it is just to go out and get a successful career.
No, you can. I'm not.
We're talking about
no
thousands,
but that should be implied
potential dollars per month.
Yeah,
and you're like, well, you should go be a CEO. Well,
no. I was just saying that.
No, I'm not saying be a CEO.
Let me clarify. I was just saying that because we're just throwing out a job, right? It should be kind of implied that it's gonna be hard to get to these positions in life where you are successful. That should be implied, just off what we know. But I was saying it more as like Cardi B. She was like, I had to do this. I had to become a stripper to get out of the situation I was in. It's like, well, didn't your life decisions put you in that situation though? To have you
Not
to do that?
Not necessarily. It depends on where she grew up, what life she was born into, what financial economic level her parents were at, what situation she was left into, some of her own mistakes that she made. Maybe stripping or along those lines was the only way she could get enough cash together to move out. If you want to move from a city, it could be potentially thousands and thousands of dollars of risk to move just across town, let alone move out of a city to get out of a bad situation. It's not just as simple as, I want to get out of here, this is bad for me, I want to be better. It's about what it takes to get there, not only financially, especially if you don't have any support at all.
Let me clarify. Let me clarify. So what I meant to say, I don't like when OnlyFans talk down on people that are the nurses, that are the paralegals, that are the teachers. It's like, okay, you make your money your way, but these people can still make. I don't like when, because they're doing it, they're making their money, but so that's what I don't like personally. But like I'm of course not everybody can be a CEO. Men can barely be CEOs because it takes a certain sort of you have to make a lot of risk to be a CEO.
Yeah, I was just saying CEO as far as like, my overall point was, there are a bunch of women out there that aren't doing sex work that are successful, right? This is just what it is, right? Or there's single moms with like 4 kids, having a nice job and working and doing everything they need to do to take care of their kids, right? They're not doing sex work. What I'm implying is your moms all weren't doing sex work when things got hard. My mom wasn't. I know all of yours weren't. I'm just saying this thing of like, oh, I had
You
to.
don't know our mothers.
I mean,
our mothers might have been real hot back in the day.
The middle class has been destroyed. AI's taking work. Stuff is getting less and way more expensive. Some of these girls are swimming in college debt, and then they find out they can make $2,000 or $3,000 a month selling pictures of themselves online. I mean, it's like
but it's such a gamble, though. Not every woman.
Not necessarily.
Fellas, the problem is, though, fellas, is that we can't realize. You can't look at the economy and see how terrible it is for people to find any kind of decent work, and then come over here to this situation and say, well, they shouldn't be selling pictures of their ass. They should go find some decent work and do it like everyone else. When we look over here, we realize that unemployment in the next 5 years is probably going to be over 50% due to AI. So it's like, we just can't be so quick to say, it's like, well, you shouldn't be doing that.
I'll ask you this.
There's a reason why they're doing it. It's because they can make money.
Well, I want to ask you
really good money.
This is just me doing a thought exercise to all of you. If your daughter did that, would you say the same thing right now? Would you be like, okay, well, the economy is bad, so my daughter had to go and sell her asshole for $5, right? Would that be?
No, I mean, if I have
MSK.
Daughter... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, like in this hypothetical scenario, is our daughter over 18? Is she living at home?
That should be self-implied.
What is the? Okay, so then what the fuck do you care? Like, does your mom or dad get to say what you do for a living or what risks you're willing to take?
Yeah, personally, if I was able to get 5,000 grand a month just for showing my ass on some website,
yeah,
like, where do I sign?
Exactly. I did worse shit than that would have been potentially legal troubles where that's perfectly legal, and you've got the out that, hey, that's AI slop. None of that's real. Those are deep fakes.
Okay.
Somebody search my name like that?
No, I'm just clarifying. It's okay to get into doing odd lines of work if the economy's bad, right? So
you got to do what you have to do to survive.
So we should also be drug dealers.
Get by.
So we should be drug dealers if the economy goes bad, right? I should just go and sell crack.
And hustlers, don't forget that.
Well, no, but you should tell like somebody that
shots fired, sir.
They need to go out and get a real job.
Black people do
because
crack.
There are no real jobs. That's the thing. It's like you can't point at them and say you should go get a real job when there are no real jobs to get. Now, I'm not justifying what they're doing. I'm not justifying
the real job, though. It's legal, man.
Like if OnlyFans is the way they're going to make their money, yeah, they might have to face the consequences down the road, but they've got to make money somehow. I mean, would you rather than be sucking dick behind a subway for money?
No, but the thing is,
it might as well be at that point.
They do it for. I mean,
some of them do it. Some of them suck dick.
The thing is, they want. Okay, here's the problem. Like I said, I will treat you like a human being. You could do whatever you want.
Thank you.
But the thing is that they're expecting that men are just gonna be like, "Hey, I'm gonna marry you." Like, come on, like you just had 100 dicks in your mouth.
Yeah,
it's gonna be hard for me to.
Fair.
Like
it was
Roberts.
the same one. It's just 100 images of it.
It's like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman. She fucked a bunch of dudes right off screen, and then she marries her Prince Charming, who's fucking Robert Gere or whatever the fuck, the guy who got his turbo at his ass.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen in real life.
Richard Gere.
Like, okay, you can sell your asshole, but don't expect that you're gonna it's gonna be really hard out there. Like, you make your money. It's gonna be really tough. Like, there's not that many accepting people because they're gonna be like,
these are the same girls that'll be like, I can't find a good guy. Yeah, because you've been ran through by 100 of them. Yeah, I wonder why.
Here's the thing: as long as you're an adult, you can do whatever the fuck you want. As long as you don't make me against my will with a gun or a knife, you're gonna sell your ass in that street corner, or you're gonna go to this whorehouse. Or else I'm going to fucking kill you and your family. Then what the fuck?
And also, you guys are some crazy ass goalpost.
All of these are like weird ass scenarios. I think there's people who are looking for quick money
to justify you guys.
No, I'm not justifying. I'm not justifying. Listen, man, you can do it. It's America. This is America. You could do it every.
But not for Almar. He's in Thailand. He's not.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, but in Thailand, they do things there too.
Thailand doesn't have laws. It's more like guidelines. And if you have money, it doesn't apply to you.
Yeah, but if you want to go boom boom over there, whatever, that's their prerogative.
Here's a perfect example of sex work having a consequence, right? The porn star Amberlynn, right? She said that she wanted to donate money to a cancer organization because she was making money. She was like at that top prime of her career in porn, whatever. They said that they can't put her name associated with it because of what she does. Even though she's giving her money for a good cause and it's her money, she made it, and it's like, okay, it's whatever, you made your money. They're still not taking it because of what she does. And I'm not saying they should or shouldn't take it, but that's the things that you're going to be run into. Like,
we all run that same risk. I mean, as Warren was pointing out, like this show alone, like it's just a matter of time before it catches up to all of us. But okay, so MSK himself, say he went ahead and donated the same amount of money. Do you think they would put like this wing donated by the top G, the Riz Master, or do you think they'd be like, no, we're not putting that shit on there. We'll take your money, but your name's not going right there.
Well, to be fair though, right, in the 90s, right, Eazy-E donated a lot of money to the White House / Washington D.C. But he had to use his real name, Eric Wright.
Yeah, because
he was
like, done rolling down the street.
He went to the White House dressed as in his regular clothes. He didn't wear a suit. He wore his hip hop gear that he wore in the NWA music videos and on the streets. And he came to the White House and they gave him a certificate or like a big ass check with his name on it, Eric Wright. It wasn't Eazy-E at that moment, technically. It was Eric Wright.
Well, and if you go through a cancer ward, it'd be or if I had cancer, and they're all like, "We need to treat you for your cancer," but the money that helped us get this research came from a prostitute or a porn star. I'd be like, I don't give a shit. Is it going to cure my cancer? Just here. I don't care about the morality of the money behind it. Give me the research, help me out, cure my disease. I mean,
no, but like the thing is,
I can add to that.
But the thing is,
like my mother used to be a hospital administrator in Dubai. So all those billionaire Muslims, and blood donation, or what do you call it? Blood transfer, whatever.
Blood transfusion. That's what they call blood transfusion.
That's illegal in Dubai.
Fucking insane.
Or not illegal, it's karam to the Muslims. Unless they're about to die. Then the father would go like, hey, do it, but put it good enough.
That's better than the Jehovah Witness, because the Jehovah Witness, they can't accept any blood unless they broke the religious rules, and they're not Jehovah Witness anymore at that point. They just basically denounce everything.
I'll be
witnesses.
Before we keep going, I think we're having a great conversation.
Yeah, I see what you did there, Greg, because you need to be a witness for the religion.
I want to make sure I clarify this. So like there's things in life that we don't know that people do. There's things that we know that we do. They do obviously do later on in life, right? What I'm pointing out is if we all did those things because things were a little tough or the economy was bad, then I don't know what kind of life we would have, honestly. That's kind of what I'm pointing out. I don't know. Is it
Hey man. Okay, I've had a scummier job than any of these ones mentioned. So I'm proud of my sales background in the illicit substances. That was great, man. Built a small empire. But it all went away. But still,
don't get high off your own supply, Gray.
Oh, you got to though. You got to test it, man. You got to make sure it's up to snuff. But okay, fair enough. There are legal jobs that I had though. So I worked for this one call center. I don't know if it was legit or not, but we would call on behalf of nonprofits like Habitat for Humanity, World Wildlife Fund.
Phone operator, Gray. Oh my God.
Oh baby.
No, not at that time.
Oh baby.
But what I'm saying is we called on behalf of nonprofits and basically asked someone to donate 3 times whatever the fuck they donated last time. So if they gave us 10 grand, we're asking for 30 or whatever. I don't know if any of this actually went to the fucking company because we were some third party thing just in some state that I don't know anything that Habitat for Humanity is doing. They literally just gave me a script that morning. That made me feel so dirty as a human being as anything. Like I am ashamed that I ever did that and that I did it for months on end and called old ladies and essentially got them to save these wild creatures. And if they don't do it, they will all go extinct. And anyway,
No, but
yes, very much so. And then I joyfully sold drugs. It was great, man. My clients were happy. I was happy.
No, but clarifying, you eventually quit selling drugs and that job because of the thing you just said a second ago, which was you felt morally bad for doing it?
No.
Dirty.
I started selling drugs because I felt so morally dirty and so unclean doing this legal thing that nobody has a problem with. Like, you would probably just call it like telemarketing or telesoliciting. But man, that's the dirtiest I've ever felt. And I have done some horrible illicit shit. Sorry,
quit those jobs.
MSK, Warren was saying something. Sorry.
I would just say the most evil job I ever had was being a telemarketer for Dish Network. Like, that was the most evil thing I've ever done.
Selling cable packages? That's the worst.
You know,
it is because they're forcing people to buy packages they may not want, or you're basically like, come on, man.
Well, you know, what we're all talking about here, which I think is important, is about your actions and then also living with regret. And one thing I can tell you for sure is you will never regret reading my comic book, The Adventures of Sig and Joe, now available on Global Comics, issues 1 through 3. There will be no regrets in reading Sig and Joe.
I have some regrets, and it's just that I can only read it one time. You know, perhaps I should have bought more copies, but you know, no regrets other than that.
Hey, look at that! Look at that! No shit!
Listen, I have regrets too. I'm just saying that, like, the thing is that my thing is, it's gonna be hard. Okay, throughout human history, right? I've never seen someone throughout human history, because being a whore has been something throughout human history since back to the Egyptians, even further.
I just want to clarify really quickly. It's
never been glorified.
Never been glorified. It's always been looked down upon. It's never been a good thing. Just want to point this out.
Like, not true, dude. It's the oldest profession.
Doesn't mean it was good. It's just the oldest profession. Doesn't mean it's good.
It was it was a profession, and
it was good. It was good for the Johns, but not good for the people running the society.
Yeah, and in Egypt, it was like only the most beautiful women that did it. So it was something people aspired to, women aspired to in ancient Egypt.
Yeah,
for sure. Even right now in the Dutch culture or whatever, you know, the red light district, you know, it's seen as a way to get tourists to spend more money and really to get people in there. You know, it makes sense. It's not the same. Well, Thailand has some of that too, but it's a little different. But all I'm saying is you're only looking down on this and calling it this way because of the culture that you're born in.
Also,
you are coming at this from this subjective point of view.
Well,
the Netherlands also has that too. Amsterdam, they have that.
Thank God we don't live there. We live in America.
And they smoke a lot of weed and drink a lot of beer over there.
This was about a decade ago, so bear with me. But I was reading an article about in China, the women, younger daughters from the poor regions, the farm regions, would go into the city, and then they would become prostitutes and send the money back to the poor regions. And it was actually building up the economy in the poorer regions because the girls were sending the money back and they were able to improve houses, improve their areas around there. So that this has been around for a long time. And I personally think if they legalized in America, it would completely destroy the illegal sex trade, which is, we have more slaves now in any time period in human history and that we know of recorded. And most of them are sex slaves. And I think America's a big part of that. And I think legalizing it would probably destroy most of that market.
Unless
that's what I said. I said legalize it.
Unless the big caveat to this is like, hey, if you get into doing this prostitution thing, you might end up being a sex slave. That probably would be a good idea to not do it, honestly. If you're getting into that.
Hey, MSK, congrats on using the word caveat. Can you spell caveat?
I will also say you will
Welcome to Jeopardy, folks.
You will not be a sex slave if you do it on OnlyFans in front of your computer screen. Just pointing out that. But then again, I don't know. Everyone can look at it differently. That's the way I look at it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think you should be doing certain things. Even you, Gray. Even you said it. All of us here. You didn't do these jobs forever because you felt bad. There's a thing in your brain that went, I don't want to do this anymore. This is not good. You know? Like, I think all these girls will have that epiphany.
No.
Hey, I don't want to do this anymore. It's not making me feel good anymore. You know?
I still do all the things that I don't want to do. I'm here. I'm on your show.
Great. I think for me, it's more like it seems to me more and more girls when they hit like 18 now, they're just defaulting to OnlyFans. They're not even thinking about what's the possibilities of stuff they can do, whether they can be an entrepreneur, whether they want to be in a corporate office, whether they want to do a trade, whether they want to be a stay-at-home mom. And then the thing is, you have OnlyFans chicks looking down on the that's the one thing that bothers me, is when the OnlyFans chicks looks down on the people that are like having the lesser jobs. It's like, well, you said you're complaining about people looking down at you at have a job, but you're looking down at me for having a regular job, but it's because it doesn't make as much as you. Aren't you like,
it's kind of two things. Like they went for the money. Like I also have friends who instead of going into college or whatever, they went to like the oil rigs, and then they would also talk shit on all the people who were, studying and trying to get degrees. It's like, what are you talking about? I'm making money now. Like you mentioned before, it is kind of that slow burn. Like, yes, you might make more if you have a degree and you're going into something specific, and you kind of have an idea of what kind of career would be available for you, as opposed to doing some weird arts degree or something like that. But when you mentioned like they're 18 and they're doing this thing that they're not really thinking, that's when I was doing the fucking telemarketing, man. It's not like I had a bunch of options that were open. It's like I left my parents' place and I needed to have money for rent each month. And man, I did some shady shit in that time. That's when I had the worst jobs that I've ever had that made me feel the most dirty. And most of them were talking to people on the phone. It's weird, man.
Well, the thing about the OnlyFans thing is like they're doing it for the quick and easy money. They don't want to get two jobs. They don't want to work at McDonald's or work at Amazon. They want to get the quick and easy money and then go to therapy 10 or 15, 20 years later and cry about it when it was their decision. And in the end, that's, you could do whatever you want. It's just the consequences later, you're going to have to deal with it yourself.
But also, half the people that got degrees are like losing their jobs now left and right due to AI.
That's the thing.
College is a scam, but that's a totally different discussion anyway.
That's a whole different discussion. And also the problem is,
I see what he did there.
The problem here is that the trade jobs aren't being taken up, and everyone's, well, the thing is, everyone's defaulting to like the tech jobs because everyone's here is like, oh, you got a cute little desk and you're making over 600K, but like people forget that you still need trade jobs, and AI is coming. And I get it, but even AI needs
to wait for AI plumbers.
You're going to need waterproof robots, and that's
AI plumbers.
That's going to take years.
I think that's a whole other thing. But I mean, listen, you do whatever you want. This is America. That's what my friends tell me all the time. Do what you want. But
I hear what you're saying. I hear what MSK is saying, and what Orange is saying in the comment section, where he's saying, he doesn't have to justify anything to anybody. He doesn't want his daughter selling nudes. I get you. I wouldn't want that either. Hopefully, I would raise my daughter right to where she wouldn't be doing that. But man, it's not like my parents raised me to sell drugs or anything like that. All of a sudden, it's like I realized how much of a scam that shitty job was, where I think I was just scamming old ladies out of their money. I don't know. I don't know what association we had with any of the charities I was supposedly calling for.
Did you have to
so I don't know,
Indian
man.
Accent?
Oh, gosh.
I didn't, but they let me try out whatever accent I wanted. Sometimes I went with like Yosemite Sam.
No, but great.
Didn't quite work out.
Welcome to the call center.
Gray, I'll ask you this based on what you said. Why wouldn't you want your daughter doing it, though? You said it's a free country. Why specifically would you?
I would hope that she would think better of herself and that she would do that whole, what would you call it, delayed gratification thing of, yeah, you're not making big bucks now, but keep your nose to that grindstone. It will get you that next step up, and then you will get that at some point. Hopefully, she's not looking to get out of my house as quickly as she can, like I was when I turned 18.
That makes you
like,
look. No, I'm saying you were saying
I'm getting an apartment.
I agree. That makes you look bad. I was pointing out that makes you look bad. You take all this time to raise kids and shit. And
so, granted, I was the conception of so anyway, I should never have been. My parents were trying to save a marriage. They thought a baby would do it. Obviously, it didn't quite work out, and nobody wanted me. So I wasn't exactly raised right. Maybe I could blame it on them, but man, I made my fucking choices. I chose not to go flip burgers. Instead, I was flipping some QPs. It was.
No. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm bringing up to your thing is you said you wouldn't want her doing it for X reasons. Yeah, that's why most people wouldn't want their kids doing that because there's a kind of a how would I say this? I mean,
I think I'd prefer her doing that something legal over like the shit that I did, man.
Then again, two sides of the same coin.
It would have long-term consequences, man. Like if I got caught with what may or may not have gone through my place at one point, I wouldn't be able to vote or own a gun anymore. That's way worse than hey, my boss saw a picture of my asshole.
If my boss saw a picture of my asshole, she might come over and sleep with me. I'm not kidding. Okay. But if anyone here's daughter, I would. But then again, like you guys have established earlier, would she care? Then again, I mean, as most of us pointed out here, most women probably would care if you thought less of them because most people do think less of sex workers. That's not looked good upon, but that's up to you. I'm not going to tell you
listen,
you should look good upon.
If I have a daughter, if she does that, I'm sorry. But this is okay. This is just my family, how they're raised. So I'm not saying anyone here to follow this. I'm not. But in my family, even my father, if I have 4 sisters. He said if anyone of them were doing what they're doing now, he would disown them. So I was just raised that way. So if I had a daughter, or if I would disown my daughter. I'm sorry because that's just how I'm raised. It's all about how you're raised as well. But listen, I'm not gonna judge you for doing that. I'm just saying there's consequences, and you can't be upset at people when they say, "How do I respect you?" When you've had even if a guy was doing it, if a guy is doing an OnlyFans. I'll be like, bro, you bend over and you had 100 dicks up your butthole. Like, you really want me to respect you? Like, I can't.
Don't have to call it MSK like that.
I just, how am I respecting you? I
think it's just people pretended. Like, how do you respect a girl that's had 5 dicks shoved in her mouth? Don't say you do. I don't lie. I just won't.
At the same time, or in her life, because I think based on your age.
Also,
5 isn't that much.
I know.
I'm at the same time in the mouth.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Obviously, yes.
I don't know if that's mathematically even possible.
I will say this. I don't know how you guys function with all that. I don't know how all of you guys function with this. This is just me speaking for me. I don't just respect people I just randomly meet unless we have an actual personal interaction. People let's use Twitter for example. People on Twitter are like, "Oh, well, you should just give people respect." I gotta give you. First of all, respect is an earned thing. I don't have to give you shit. I'm very courteous to you. I'm nice to you, but I don't respect random people.
You're courteous?
Don't know. Yeah. Nice, manners and all that stuff, right?
I mean, you curtsy a lot.
Like for me, I just don't respect people I don't know that much. That's not something I've ever done. Respect is an earned thing. That's always how it's been for me. So no, I'm not going to respect the bitch who takes 10 dicks up her ass. Sorry. I also don't even know her. Also, why should
How did Amaranth earn your respect?
No, I don't subscribe to her. I don't tell the OnlyFans. That's not what I do. But I don't watch her right before. She sucks. There's plenty of better girls to do that, But I don't know. Everyone looks at this stuff differently, and that's fine. That's why we have conversations about these things. I'm not saying my way is the highway. It's just what.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm a dude. If they throw it at me, I'll make sure I have 4 condoms on.
Yeah, but myself.
I'm never gonna marry them. That's the thing.
That's just sex. People think you want to be. No, you only use them for sex. What else are they good for? Please tell me what these women are good for outside of money and sex. I mean, do we have better self-respect for ourselves than that? Really?
Again, partnership, an actual conversation, perhaps a female perspective.
I mean,
perhaps they could help you with decorating decisions. Since you're still wondering whether or not you should put something on that wall mount behind you.
I am not an awful person. Listen, Laughs. I have a friend, and she goes to church, and every other week she's boning some dude that she loves the Lord. I even asked her, I'm like, so and so, what's your body count? She's like, well, I can't tell you. I'm like, what? And she's like, I love the Lord, and I'm saving myself for it. I'm like, how can you love the girl so and so, and you're doing this? And then when I call her out on it. I really do call her out. She gets upset all the time.
These are the same women that when they do these shows or their boyfriend wants to do a trust test with them to show their phone, they don't want to show them their phone because they're talking to 4 or 5 other dudes, maybe 10.
Yeah, because they'll be like,
hey man, you guys are being harsh. Even Jesus hung out with whores. It was awesome, man.
You didn't sleep with them, though.
You don't know that.
He hung out with con artists and thieves Allegedly.
Yeah, and how did it turn out for him?
We don't know exactly, but it's heavily implied he was in the streets.
If someone says the Jews, I will kick you off the show because I'm not getting in trouble. But
I don't care what other people do. I'm just saying there's consequences for what you do, and so don't expect to be treating like there's a reason why like for instance, I don't know. Let's just take Denzel for an actor, right? He's a respectable guy. Everybody likes him for the most part,
especially in Fallen.
I've never really heard anything. He's always gonna get respect from people, and he even I think it was a comment. He said that I'm an actor. The real people are like the lawyers, the policemen, the firefighter, the people that do the other. I'm just doing something like that. I'm just saying you're doing something. Expect to be judged. Don't be delusional and oblivious that you're not going to be judged and you're not going to get get consequences. I don't judge them. I'm like just don't be oblivious to it, because then you're being a hypocrite. That's my thing. Like you can't be a hypocrite.
I want to add to your thing is like if we're gonna not saying our conversation, which is fine. It's like if these things happen and people discuss them, then they have an issue with it. And it's like, what are you talking about? Things need to be discussed. That's how we grow in life. That's how you understand different perspectives. So hypothetically, if I was outside and I was naked and I licked the ground, okay, you guys wouldn't want to talk to me about that.
Why is that always the scenario? Why do you always go to that?
I'm just pointing out that things kind of need to be talked about in order to get a broader perspective on how we see things, you know? Like, then again,
why do we have to see that? Why did you make us picture you naked, bending over, licking the ground? Nobody wants that.
Now, keep in mind, I'm a grown adult. I can do whatever I want. You don't have to care about what I do, but I would hope, since you guys like being around me, essentially, you would go, hey, dude, don't do that. But you could take the approach of, it's his life. He can do whatever he wants. Which one would you take? Don't answer that. You guys are fucking bastards, you know? So that's just me. You know, like, if women don't want to be judged for their past, then obviously they're going to judge guys for their past. Keep on, this is a two-way street, honestly. But, you know, I'll say this. Wouldn't you like to know if your girl's been ran through? I kind of would. And keep in mind, that's a preference thing.
What does that help?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Most people, I would say, like people who want to find the right woman, they do care, and people could say no. Why?
No,
because they don't want to get
STDs.
They don't want to. They don't want to get STDs.
Okay, so you think she's been run through, but then she's gotten a panel and she doesn't have any STDs? You can suddenly tell or something.
She's on a panel?
I get it. You might be like blowing yourself up internally with this. Oh my God, is she more experienced than me or something? But who fucking cares, man? A past is a past. If you come out with a clean bill of health, I don't think it's anybody else's business. I, in fact, think more mystery, less history is much better. If you're going to sit there and painstakingly make her like recount every sexual interaction she's ever had, my God, man, that's not pleasant for anybody. Well, so, I don't care. So I know that my wife had a past. She wasn't exactly like a whore or anything like that, but I know that she had a couple of long-term relationships before me.
Yeah, but she had long-term relationships.
Wanted to know what happened in those relationships. We both did a panel at the beginning of our relationship. It's like, cool.
That's totally different than what we're talking about.
I agree with that sentiment.
What is the difference between shagging one guy 100 times and shagging 100 guys once?
Because you should be contented with one.
Differences.
Okay.
That's the difference. STDs is the answer.
Ding, ding, ding.
You could have. Okay, I will say this. King style, you have a point. STDs, yes.
Well, and then if they're in a long-term relationship, probably not wearing condoms at some point. Do you want to think about that too?
I'm going to say this. Keep in mind, if someone's preference is, I want a girl that's been less ran through, why is that a problem?
But what do you mean? It is the same yardage, sir. Whether it's one guy 100 times or 100 guys.
If a woman wants a dude that doesn't fuck everything too, that I think that's a fair sentiment as well. I
think also, I don't agree. I've told this to my dudes. I don't agree, men, like constantly boning like hundreds and 50 and all those numbers. I think it doesn't help both. It doesn't help both parties. It doesn't. It's detrimental to the both. I'm not gonna take a side on this. I think I'm not based. It's true. It's detrimental because the thing is, if you got this Chad, quote unquote, or this Brad, or this Tyrone, Pookie, or Ray, right? He's boning 50 chicks or whatever. Sig and Joe is available. I need to. If you tell me the price, I could throw you the price. Sig and Joe's. Well, I know Sig and Joe's not doing what I'm about to say, but the whole point is that like, I think it's bad on both angles. Like, the difference is great. She had long-term relationships. She didn't have.
That's not the same what we're talking about. That's not the
20. She had 20 dudes in like 1 month.
Okay, dude, it's the same mileage though.
It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not.
I don't know about that, man. So there is protection with strangers generally because you don't know where the fuck they've been. In a long-term relationship, I don't know, man. It's usually not that long into it where it's like, do we really have to? I'm just saying, man. I don't know, dude. It seems like it would be the same linear yardage, whatever you want to say. I don't know, man. He's trying to keep in the terms of service.
Are you trying to give yourself a fucking lobotomy or something?
I don't have anything sharp in here, damn it.
No, I'm just saying. I would say, because I'm blind. I'm blind and blown. Great, you got me. I will say, you got a great wife. Only 2 partners.
I'm just saying, I don't want to do that math in my head. Like, okay, but one dick 100 times. How much is? Like, I don't want to think about it. I want totally less mystery.
I didn't say that either.
Less history, more mystery.
What I'm saying,
none of us say.
No, but I don't want to grill her and find out what they were into or whatever. Instead, it's just no. That's your fucking past. I love the person that you are now. So that's all that matters to me. And a clean bill of health. Hey, let's high five about it.
You had a girl. It's your wife that had 2 partners. I'm pretty sure most people would be fine.
I didn't say that, man. I'm pretty sure it's more than 2. When we met, we were adults. I know that she had at least 2 long-term relationships before me. But dude, everyone has a past. I don't fucking know. Dude, I used to be in a band, man. You think I don't have a past? You didn't ask me about every relationship I've been in, man.
Great. If we use logic like that, then if someone raped a girl, do we have to care about their past? Yes, you have to care about their past.
By that logic, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to use that logic then, because there's things you need to judge someone off. If I found out some girl raped a guy before me, I'm not with her because obviously that's
vice versa.
You know, like you probably should care about someone's past.
I have no idea how you got there from where we. Again, I don't know. This is all weird tangents.
Well, it's a weird tangent in the sense that all I'm talking about is if STD's involved. Like, I want to know that she doesn't have an STD. If I get in a relationship with a woman and she doesn't,
we both had clean tests at the beginning.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying, dude. I'm not saying
that's the only
if
history
she was
that
in a
I
relationship. If she dated a few dudes, that's one thing. But if she is ran through by fucking 50 dudes or 100 dudes, I don't want to get fucking sexually transmitted disease. That's the point. That's all I'm saying.
You understand? You could get it from one dude too. Have you ever seen the movie Kids?
That's the point.
Man, Telly was such a bad guy. You never know.
I didn't check, dude.
And if she want to ask me if I have STDs, that's not a problem either. I don't understand this go back and forth of, oh, it's bad only for you because the girl has to be judged. No, she can do that to me. The point is, we need to be clean in the relationship. Truth and honesty. Not just sexually transmitted diseases.
Yeah, also, I would say if a girl's up with 50 dudes, that means her fucking judgment is terrible. Let's be honest, dude. That shows very, very poor judgment, honestly. That's what type of dude.
How dare you say that about my wife? Her judgment is correct. She shows me.
I'm not saying girls.
Yeah, in general.
I'm not saying a girl went out with you, MSK. I would question her judgment.
Let's just say if a girl went out with me,
I think their judgment seems to be working pretty good for them. You know, all the women who aren't with you.
No, but I'm just pointing out as a logical consistency, if we say we don't care about people's past, then other bad things imply in that too. If I found out one of you guys punched a 5-year-old and you went to jail for it, I wouldn't talk to you anymore because I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Right?
We have to go to jail for it, right?
You probably did, but
I wasn't.
If he found out you got away with it, though, he's gonna high five you, man.
No, I'm just saying, like, people's past kind of show who they are to some degree. I'm saying there's a level of caring you have to put into it, you know.
Well, I mean, there's a biological aspect to it, right? Like the thing is, like, it's hard. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not. I mean, I had a friend, and he would say that until he found his wife, which he's been now married for about I think about 7 or 8 years now. He said he was, pumping girls left and right, and he now he has a family. He has a
it's moving all around.
He has a son, and And like, that goalpost is looking good. I like it. It's even black, which is not many goalposts even in the NFL. Even though it's a lot of black people in the NFL playing football. Anyway, the whole point is, that he would tell me that he felt empty boning a chick every other, and he was a good looking guy. Now he's a dad bod, all that stuff. But like, it's psychological effects on you as well, having constantly going through so many partners between both sexes. I'm not giving the pass to anyone here, Gray. Let me just clarify that for you. I'm not giving the pass. I think it's detrimental to both parties, because at some point there's going to be some mental side effect from it. Like there's
for sure.
Okay,
I think everyone's past stays with them, but it shapes who you are today. But again, I'm not still that same asshole calling random old ladies and duping them into
what?
No, I'm still an asshole. I'm not the asshole calling old ladies, duping them into, donating money to some possible scam charity. I'm just saying that's a part that has shaped me in the past, but that's not who I am now. I've learned from that experience, and somebody could learn from their OnlyFans experience. Not only that, they can deny it all because of deep fakes and AI and all that stuff. There's an out.
Who knows? But WZ
is it though?
WZ wanted me to ask Kingstyle this. So Kingstyle, would he have a problem with a girl that has had 50 dudes, but she got tested and is clean? But it depends on what. Good Lord.
It depends on the scenario, because
but one of the dudes is MSK.
If I did 50 women, would the same scenario be for her as well? Right?
She's cool with it. Are you?
No, it's not the same thing. It's the keys and locks dilemma. Yeah.
Okay, if we're gonna be fair, if she's cool with it.
Okay, but it also depends on what you. If you're just trying to have sex with her one time, who cares? She's already ran through. One more guy adding to that doesn't change anything. If you're gonna marry her, that's different, right? That's clearly a different thing. So if you're clarifying, I just want to sex a girl one time. That's fine. Whatever.
Wait, are you saying that like in order for you to propose to a woman, she's got to bring you like her entire body count?
I would like to know.
No.
Why? Why? What? So what would it help if she is okay? So you meet the most perfect woman. She's actually interested in you. She thinks you are the top G, and your Riz is working. Okay, are you going to ruin this by being like, okay, so I like you, we're compatible, we have similar lifestyles. You're actually bankrolling all of this. Way to go! But I need to know your body count before we can make this official.
Okay.
Are you really going to ruin a good thing?
Keep in mind, you said perfect, right? So, as you said, in a relationship, you said honesty is key. If she's not honest with that, I couldn't trust to be honest with almost anything, right? You said be honest and open about everything, right? Also, if she's not ashamed of her past, why can't we talk about it? Keep in mind, I am willing to have conversations, but it's just...
Why do you want to talk about what she did with other guys? That just seems weird, man.
That you wouldn't want to know about her past.
Keep in mind, what's the problem with wanting to know? What's the issue with that? She would like to know if I've not been a bad person. And I'll tell her everything, right? She was like, if a girl, because most girls ask us on a date, like, did you go to jail? Were you a criminal? Blah blah blah. Yeah, they want to know those things. Those are very.
That's something completely different. That has nothing to do with.
It's not. It's
if you met a chick that you fell in love with, and you guys are going through, you're starting to get pretty serious.
Okay.
And then, do you want to know?
If you're asking me personally, yes.
Do you want to know? So you want to know in her past?
Yes.
And this woman who's been perfect, you guys are everything's great. And she says, when I was in college, I was very promiscuous. I went through a bad breakup, and I just went through dick crazy. Yeah. And I have a high body count. Yeah. But I haven't.
What if she tells you?
I haven't done that for years, but that was what I did that one time. You guys, you're gonna cut her off. You're gonna be like, I don't want to be with you.
Okay, but here's the thing.
I probably would.
You said that she was.
It just shows your insecurity, man.
Yeah, I disagree with that. That's not
self-respect. That's not insecurity.
That's self-respect.
Here's what I'm gonna say. So
not self-respect to be like, I can be the only one to play with this toy. You are not an actual person.
If you're in a relationship,
who could have possibly learned from something.
I'm gonna answer the same question. So you said that if she was in college, she had a bad breakup, and the first thing she did was she slept with a lot of guys. That means there's a possibility that in your marriage, if it doesn't go well, she can easily go. She can easily go to some other guy, find some, like he's taking care of me. He's gonna do this. I didn't like what. That's not possible because of that one instance. You have to put that in perspective that she wasn't able to say, "Hey, I had a bad breakup. How about I just not go around? Maybe I should talk to my I don't know, my cousins, my good friends. Why am I going around doing this? Like you could do other things besides just going like I said. This applies to
So then
guys too.
there's
You
no
shouldn't
amount
be
of
cheating.
time. There's no amount of time that she could ever redeem herself in your eyes. Then
No, I think
she makes this. She's a kid. She goes to college, and for whatever the reason,
I would say
no.
She's an adult.
No, you said she cheated. That's what I'm saying. That
no, I didn't say she cheated. I said that when she was in college, she went through a lot of dick. Now years have passed, and now you've met her. You've gone out with her. You're really liking her. It's getting serious. You want to know what she tells you. Well, I had a high body count because in college I was very promiscuous. Now you're saying that there's no chance of her ever to redeem herself. It doesn't matter if that was 15 years ago, 10 years ago. What you're saying is once she's done that, she has that scarlet letter, and now in your eyes, she is never redeemable. No matter how much you enjoy the conversation, no matter how much you enjoy the relationship. Because if it eventually comes out like, oh yeah, I slept with 30 guys in the 4 years I was in college. So then
I just want to clarify. Let's break down the scenario, right? Okay, so
what I'm saying is that if people make mistakes and you want to constantly judge them with that mistake but not judge them about who they are right now, then they can never be redeemed, and all you're doing is punishing them for something that happened 10 years, 15 years, 5 years ago. I mean, people change, people grow. It's all about growing up. We're not the same people we were when we were in our 20s. So what you guys are saying is eventually, as soon as they do this, then they are completely unredeemable.
No, well, first off, you said they're promiscuous. First of all, there's always context of what they did. I think you don't have to be promiscuous. If you break up with someone, why are you going? And I'm applying it to both parties. I'm not saying anyone. Both. I'm not giving the white flag for a guy or the white flag for a woman. I'm saying if you're doing that, what's to say that if something goes bad in the relationship, you won't default to that? If you stop a habit when you're younger, you don't do it. That's the same way when parents raise you. If you tell your kid, hey, don't go to the stove and don't do that, they're probably and they keep putting their hand on the fire because you never told them to. You do end up defaulting sometimes. I'm not saying you can't get.
20 years later,
I'm not finished.
20 years later, you're going to call the kids stupid for putting their hand on the fire when they haven't done it in 20 years?
They were stupid for doing it.
They were stupid.
But are they always stupid? That's
no.
That's what I'm saying is there's no redemption with you guys.
No,
there is no forgiveness. There's no growth.
That's not what I said, though.
She's an OnlyFans girl.
That's not what I said.
Forever an OnlyFans girl, and I will not want anything to do with her.
That's not what I said, though. That's not what I said.
I want to have Warren finish. Not the other Warren. I'll have you finish, and then I'll have Kingo. Then I'll go. Well, Warren, finish. What you're gonna say first?
Yeah,
the other one, the black one.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can listen. I have people of all types. Look. You do what you want. Okay. I'm saying though that the thing is that it's detrimental to both having a promiscuous life for both parties. Therefore, and it's even there's studies been done about this with the pheromones, with the likelihood of how leading to your divorce rates. So why would I put myself statistically and scientifically in a losing percentage when I could be in a better percentage just off of pure stats and logic? Why would I put myself in that scenario? I'm not going to do it. If I know that if I marry a woman that had, say, I don't know, let's just be generous here, 7 guys throughout her entire life, then
that's like a guy every 2 years or something. Wow.
Oh, also, just to clarify, women don't want to be divorced. They're the ones signing divorce papers first.
I'm just saying that
they don't want to be married. So we're going to do that.
I'm just saying that
it's not a high body count, man.
I haven't listen. You could do whatever you want.
Goals.
It's a preference, okay. I don't judge people, but like the thing is that
I'm sorry, Warren,
I
but
feel a lot of judging going on here.
There's a lot of judging going on between tonight. So
no,
I mean, no offense, but
no,
there is a lot of judging going on.
No, I'm saying there's consequences, and the thing is that you have to live with them, and don't be oblivious if people go at you about it. Like, you just can't be. You can't think because what you do is like, yes, there's the few and the many that are gonna be like, what you do is fine, whatever. But you can't like let's not be like it's okay, because not everybody's doing it, because there's ramifications. That's all I've been saying the entire night.
I'm going to say this.
That's all.
There are people out there. This is not. I'm not going off a different subject. I'm just going to tie it in. This is not deflection. There are parents that are having their kids transition, right, and they are genuinely calling that kid a new name.
How the hell are we getting there from here, man? No, this sounds like a huge pivot.
No, it's not. I want to tie this in, because
I doubt you can do it.
If we're gonna go off of what we just went over, right? Okay, so because we're going off of what we just said, okay? So there are parents out there,
bullshit,
or there are kids that think they're the opposite gender, right? Let's just go off that, right? So if someone comes up to you, like you said, I want to be in a relationship with you, but they say it's perfect, like we say, it's perfect. And they go, hey, I was born a male, right? But you think, obviously,
we don't believe you, MSK.
I was born a male, I was born a woman, right? Whatever, right? Yeah. So, but
that sounds a little bit.
But the relationship is perfect. But this person lied to you about, I don't know, what gender they're born. Do I just go, that's cool?
I think first off, this has to do with you improperly using terms. So what does gender mean to you?
Oh, good Lord.
Because you're not born a gender. You're born a sex. Gender is a cultural presentation.
Great. But I will tie this into what
it's really not. How do you define it?
I will just circle back, because I just wanted to tie that in, right? So
it's not tied in at all. Okay, it's Warren, a really poor example.
White Warren's poor scenario. Okay, so let's use she was with 50 guys, right? Okay, so that means that this is what it tells me. She got bored of these guys potentially, right? I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just gonna.
Okay, so we're abandoning the other one. No, we're going to something else.
I'm just clarifying what I mean, right? So if this woman has been with, like, let's say 50 guys, right? I can tell that she gets bored very quickly, right? Because she's been through multiple people, right? You could be in a long-term relationship at some point. Doesn't matter.
So how can you tell she gets bored real quickly because of her past?
50 people. I'm pretty sure that is just implied.
It's really not.
What would imply differently?
Why would that imply that she gets bored?
If she wasn't bored, she would just been with one of them.
So you think the only reason why your past relationships aren't with you, the one that we know about, is it with you is because she got bored of you? It's not perhaps you're looking for a different person?
I'm not done with my answer. What I'm saying is, he was talking about getting married, right? If this person has basically shown to me with their words, told me with their words that they get bored of guys very quickly, what do you think is going to happen when things go south? A lot of women leave dudes because they call them boring, because they want something more exciting. And you think she won't do that to you, even though she's quite literally told you, I do that in my actions. That's insane. Keep in mind, what I'm saying here, she might not be that person. You're right, but I'm not taking that risk. I'm not doing that.
So that seems really stupid that you're like, okay, so if you were ever with somebody in the past, that means that I cannot trust you because that relationship ended.
Yes. They're past.
That's really retarded. You are not going to find anybody at your age who has not been in a relationship or multiple relationships and is a virgin. That's essentially what you're looking for.
That's fine. And if someone has a preference for that,
well, you will be alone forever. But hey, have you heard of the adventures of Sig and Joe?
And let me answer WZ. I just want to answer WZ. I just want to answer WZ super quickly. I know my only problem is I just don't. I think OnlyFans is detrimental to women. I like to see women flourish. I think that there's intelligent women out there, and I just don't think that they need to be putting themselves out there, because there's mental constant repercussions to them and other aspects to their also social life and other things that they don't see that's coming, and I don't like to see that for them. So I personally think OnlyFans is probably not OnlyFans, because OnlyFans had a good intention in the beginning. I think the way OnlyFans, which is now considered sexual work, is the most detrimental thing, and it will probably have long-term effects on the women that's been doing them. So no, that's my biggest gripe. So just to answer you,
here's the thing. No, I'm just gonna say this quick.
You're fine.
In this hypothetical scenario, right? If I were to told, because I don't like keeping secrets or lying to people. That's just my honesty, right? And I'm with somebody, right, with a significant other, and that conversation somehow comes up,
and it will,
because she will ask me, and I know for a fact it's like the women psychologists don't know anything about my past, but I need to know about yours.
Right?
So that's gonna come up. That's gonna come up, and I'm gonna tell her, yeah, I slept with more than 10 people or 20 people, right? She wants to know that. She wants
that's too many for us.
And guess what? She's not gonna like that. She's not gonna like that.
And if she doesn't like it, that's okay.
And that's okay if she doesn't like that.
Fine.
If I don't like that she slept with 50 dudes, I have the right to do that as well. Like, it's a two-way street.
Like, we can flip it. I'll use your example. Let's say in Warren's example, it was the guy that slept with 50 girls, and the girl said, "I don't want that." That's fine? Probably. Is that okay to you? Would that be okay?
Yeah, if she didn't like it, right?
If she didn't want
that,
I would tell her, right?
I would tell her the same thing. If you met a guy and you're dating good with him, and he's nice, he's good with you, he takes care of you, he respects you, then you find out he has a shady past that he hasn't been a part of for a long time. Now he's got a new life, and then she dumps him for it. Then I'm gonna be like, well, you're living off of a standard that, one, you can't really live to yourself because you're out here throwing judgment at someone without looking at your own life. And then two, you're probably going to be by yourself for the rest of your life. Because if your standard is to judge people off of stuff they did 10, 15, 20 years ago and when they were young, and now we're going to judge them now forever, that's like, you robbed a store when you were 18, you're going to be a thief when you're 80. No matter what you've done between then, I mean, you're not going to get anywhere. It's like, who am I to judge? If I met some girl that I really liked and she tells me that she was promiscuous when she was in college or whatever, who am I to judge her with stuff there? It's if I know the person that she is now, and I know that she's not like that anymore, then I want to,
I just want to clarify. There is a line when it comes to that stuff, right? So, like, for sexual things, you'd be like, that's fine, right? But if she was a teacher and she raped a kid and she came out and she said, "Hey, I'm not that person anymore," would that be okay? It wouldn't be. You go like, "Hey, this person is an awful person. I don't want to be around this person anymore."
Well,
right?
So your counter is that if she's a rapist, then
no,
not just that.
I want to establish there's a line that people have. Everyone has their lines, right? Everyone has lines they draw in.
We've never said that people don't have lines, man. Yes, everybody tries to find somebody that is compatible and works within their ideal of what their mate would be.
Yeah.
God.
But what I'm bringing up is, okay, so in your scenario, you have to not because it's a made up scenario, obviously, but got to be a little more complex than that. If the girl is moving from guy to guy to guy, why do you think she wouldn't do that to you when things go south? I just don't know why that wouldn't be applicable, because today, keep in mind, there's honeymoon phases in relationships where things are fine, right? Then there's times where things get a little tough, and we've seen it in marriages. People just leave and break up and do a bunch of different things, right? Just because she's perfect one day doesn't mean she's gonna be perfect years from now, especially
when you think the same thing of like friends, like this person has gone through a whole bunch of friends in their life, so I'm not going to be friends with them.
That's like, that's EVS. Just pointing out, that's literally what EVS is.
No, and you call him retarded, yet you're adopting the same thing. I don't understand why you could have the same standard where you're saying this guy is horrible, and you're right, that's this guy, he's horrible, but then you're adopting the exact same stance, only this time when it comes to compatibility with a human being based off of their past, not their current.
I'll use an example. EVS is known to cause drama and shitstorm with people, right? And people go like,
what were you doing on Twitter earlier today? Didn't you say something about stirring the Randolph shit?
But if people go, hey, I don't want to be around this guy for his actions, to be fair, we could not judge him. You can do that, but I'm not doing that. I'm making a logical, calculated decision to avoid someone that will cause me potential.
I don't know if you can bring logic into this, man.
See? God. So, you guys, thank you guys for the debate tonight. I took a W. Good job, King Style. Fist bump. Good job, Warren. Fist bump. L's to you two. I'm joking.
I know.
There is one winner here, and that is anybody who has purchased The Adventures of Sig and Joe.
Sig and Joe, yeah, that's the winner. Sig and Joe.
A true win for everybody.
You will never have to worry about the consequences of buying a copy of Sig and Joe.
Right? That's true.
We'll never have to worry about that.
Okay. No, I'm just saying this has been a fun conversation. We're gonna be around for like another 10-15 minutes because I gotta go get some stuff done. I have to go have sex with my wife, right? I'm just telling people, this is my overall summed up statement, is you need to make calculated decisions based off of what people have been telling you, because then there's a little thing called red flags, right? I'm saying there's red flags for a reason. I'm just saying, come on, what Grace saying is true. People like that could change. I'm not saying they can't, but the red flags exist for a reason. That's my point. If ignoring them,
you've been dropping red flags all night, sir.
The W, I took them W's tonight.
Listen, if I took an L tonight, that's great. I all I know is I just don't like the state of OnlyFans, and I don't like what it's doing to women.
Oh my God!
So that's me personally. I think that there's intelligent, rich women out there that don't do OnlyFans, and
that's true.
And so that's my personal stance on it, and that's my opinion. And if people don't,
so you're not a fan of entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneurs. That's what my ex calls it. Good Lord.
There's a loophole with that word. So trust me, you could be an entrepreneur, and you could be going down the slopes. So it's a real loophole with the word entrepreneur. But that's my only gripe. I just don't like the state of OnlyFans and what it's done and how it promotes women, and that's just me personally, because I think women have a lot to contribute, and sex work is not the only work out there. That's my biggest gripe, and that's the stance I'm going to be on. So that's about it.
My stance is on women are trash and guys are better all the time. 95% of women are garbage. Indians stink. Jews run America. What else we got there? No. Thailand has lady boys, which I'm never visiting because they might attack me. I'm not trying to get raped by some Asians. That'd be horrible. Install's black, secretly, and most guys out there, have self-respect for yourself. You don't have to deal with these whores bullshit. Warren has a dump truck. The only thing that's Warren, you got a fat ass though.
Would you shut up about that? That was an accident.
Oh my God, dude, that's but
$10 picture packs on OnlyFans, Warren. You make some money.
It is so because I'm not afraid to share my past. Here's what happened, guys. So the chat knows, it's all out there. I was on a stream with some people. I was wearing some Speedos, some blue Speedos, and I didn't realize I didn't have my camera. And I got up, and I had to close the doors in the morning, and they saw my butt. It was a huge butt. So that's what everybody thought. So everybody knows now. It's out on the internet. Don't worry if you. There you go. They saw me in blue Speedos and a dump truck. Thank you,
Warren. I respect you and your past. I know you as who you are today. I don't think of the dump truck. I think of Warren the person.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Gray respects me for my past and everything that I'm currently present. That's you guys' logic.
We don't respect you for your
do not respect
your past.
It was not tidy whities. It was a blue Speedo WZ. Even I remember that.
Oh God, kill me now.
I can't look at you the same, Warren. I'm sorry.
I have to disown you, Warren. I'm sorry. Oh God. King Style, are you there? You went to sleep? You might be just doing something. Oh, we'll surely make sure to give King Style a hug later on. I don't respect his choice of. All right, underwear lives matter. Are you an underwear cis? You're prejudiced against that. I never watched horse porn, though. Warren said a girl was being into horse porn, and I accidentally typed it up on my Google search.
There's too many letters in horse porn to accidentally type it in.
True. But my mind was moving fast. Oh, God. I was all over the place. But, hey.
What are you going to do when you find that woman that takes your heart? And then she finds out about your horse porn past.
I didn't watch it. It's just a typed up thing.
Consequences, MSK.
It's true. And if she said, "Hey, that's good to leave," whatever. It is.
I love you, MSK. You have my heart, but I can't get over the horse porn.
Just stick with midget porn like the rest of us.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Midget
come on,
porn's kind of
dude.
fire. Midget porn is really good, honestly. But then again, I haven't watched midget porn in forever. I don't watch porn anymore. I retired, honestly. I am retired from porn. So.
Uh-huh.
And if you need to get that horse porn image out of your head, nothing will do it better than a copy of The Adventures of Sig and Joe, now on Global Comics app. Read it today.
And you know what's crazy? You don't have to wait 5 years for Sig and Joe. It's gonna come out at some point. Unlike my wife.
Graphic novel will be available the first of the year.
But goodness gracious, we'll be here for a little bit longer. So tonight, oh my god, my actual messenger app has been messing up really badly. Like tonight, my Twitter app changed where I had to do this encryption bullshit where the messages changed. So I don't know if people seen things. Actually, so sorry if Omar got here a bit late. That was my fault. Shit's been messing up for me all day. King Style, he was here. He was like, MSK, I know you're a top G Riz master. Thank you.
It does sound like what King Style would say, but So it's just today that your messages have been messing up, huh?
Yeah, Monday's show, we got rid of it because that show was trash. Not gonna have us put out garbage like that. So
we were all having a good time, perhaps at your expense, but fair enough. It was good times.
I was like 20 minutes in, and I was like, "This is garbage. This is just trash."
The chat was going off, man.
Let's just go.
WZ had some amazing.
I was waiting for you guys to come back on because I figured you were just doing one of your mini restarts, and you guys never came back.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? This is bad. I need to just like go next. Honestly.
Thank you, WZ.
You see, WZ. Okay, so people have been saying like links haven't been showing up. I don't know because on Facebook that happened too. Like you share a link with someone and it wasn't showing up. So it does work. Okay, I checked right now. Go and give Warren some good reviews. Be like, this is overrated. He's a hack. Say that Tom King's better or his favorite comic book writers like Mark Waid are better. Just say that. It's all you got to say. I'll make him feel better.
Just say something because then I'll have some comments. I don't give a shit if you make fun of me. I just want some interaction.
All right, I'm gonna go over there and be like, this guy's hot, rich, and good looking. Can't wait to interact with him. King Style, how you feeling, man?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, we have to do a show about Dragon Ball very, very soon. We have to schedule because there's a lot of Dragon Ball news coming up before anything big happens. So let me know.
I'll join that, man. Just let me know.
Yeah.
When.
I don't know when you're free, but we'll have to set it up because there's been some news on that I would like to discuss. These guys are not nerdy like that, so they're not cool enough to be on that. So it's got to be all.
What about Thursday or Friday?
Next Thursday, probably. We'll do it next Thursday because I'm off next Thursday. I'm also off.
You should do a show.
Whoa.
You should do a show and call it Dragon Balls on Your Chin.
That's gay. That's very homosexual.
Yeah, like Dragon Ball Z is gay.
No, if you think Dragon Ball is gay, might as well go watch Sailor Moon because that's for. I can't say that word on YouTube anymore. God damn it.
Hey, Sailor Moon is awesome, man.
I like Sailor Moon, but it is for homos. If you watch that, you were confirmed a homo. So.
Or
I watch it with my wife.
Boy with hormones.
You watched it with your wife. Yeah. Beat you off, Gray, and you guys can have sex. You didn't watch that willingly, going, "Hey, I really love Sailor Moon."
I did watch it willingly. We went to the movie theater, man. We saw the whatever the S thing is.
You got to see her naked silhouette. When I was like 12, that was pretty fucking awesome. I was like,
yeah, me too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Transition.
Yeah, but MSK was into Luna P, that weird ball thing.
Next week we'll do it because I'm pretty sure this time tomorrow I'm off, but I'll be kind of busy, so we'll do it next Thursday because the Dragon Ball Z stuff I would like to cover. But outside of that, shit. I told Warren we're probably gonna watch Demon Slayer. We'll probably start reviewing that, honestly. So that's the next anime we start talking about here because I want to go over that. You know,
like the series.
Yeah. I last anime series I went through was like My Hero Academia. So, you know,
how many seasons is it?
Ending this year, coming up. I think it's at 7 or 8. Pretty sure it's 8.
My Hero, but Demon Slayer was.
Demon Slayer just had a movie recently, so
yeah. I think Demon Slayer is like 5 seasons in a movie.
Didn't Chainsaw Man have a movie recently?
Okay,
yeah, they had the Reza Arc movie, which is the best film of the year.
Woo! He's putting his stamp of approval.
The Reza Arc in Chainsaw Man is just beautiful cinema. It is beautifully animated. The storyline is great. and it was just so good. If you get a chance to see the Reza arc on Chainsaw Man, if that's the only thing you watch, that's well worth it. And they got a new director and a new animation style. So if you didn't like the first season of Chainsaw Man, it is completely changed, and it is 100% hardcore MAPPA, like JJK level of animation on this movie. And so, yeah, I highly recommend the Chainsaw Man movie. It was just beautiful.
Great. Do you watch One Piece? I know you mentioned it before. That's one you didn't watch, right?
Oh, hell no. Yeah, I haven't watched any of that.
Oh, okay, just clear.
I watched the live action one.
The live action was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
King Sal,
I'm not watching 1,000 episodes of.
What were you gonna say?
King Sal, did you?
That's
watch,
my thoughts exactly,
right?
Almar.
I've seen some One Piece. Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so I know you guys had a conversation about Bleach on Giratina's show. Eventually, okay. So for anyone who doesn't know about me,
no, we were just saying we all need to bleach our eyes and ears after being on your show. It makes us want to drink.
So my Bleach ends at when they defeat Aizen. I've seen some of the I forgot you watch. How you say his fucking name? I can't say his name in my life. So the arc after it, where he becomes that Fullbringer shit, I watched like some of it, but for me, in my mind, Bleach ends when they defeated Aizen. I know that the 1,000-Year Blood War now. I'm gonna have to go watch that. So I've watched literally everything.
That's pretty good though. The 1,000-Year Blood War. It's pretty good.
I've seen all of Bleach, literally just until they defeated Aizen. Anything that's after that is just a gap, honestly. And I've seen the first 2 movies. The first movie, I've seen that, and the one with Toshiro, I saw that one. I didn't see the one called Fade to Black, obviously. So, pun intended, Fade to Black, me, right? Hellverse, I didn't see. I don't think there's any more Bleach animated movies, right? There's only 4.
There's live action movies as well.
We don't count those. Stop. What live action anything anime is good?
One Piece, I would say by default.
Yeah. We got 1. Let's try and get 10.
Okay, another one would be Alita Battle Angel. I would say that's another one.
I would agree with that too. I like that one.
I've never seen it. I'll have to watch it. The 2019, directed by James Cameron? No.
Well, no. Robert Rodriguez with James Cameron was
the screenplay.
Yeah, he was a producer. He was a big help on getting it made. It's just Robert Rodriguez was behind the camera.
Wasn't it supposed to be a sequel to it?
People there
was supposed to be a sequel to it.
Disney owns it now. And after Avatar 2 came out and it made like $2 billion, Disney was like, do you have anything else? So there's been a lot of rumors going around that because James Cameron wants to make Alita 2. So with the success of Avatar, Disney might be like, well, yeah, sure, we'll pitch you 120 mil to make a movie. So if they might be able to get Cameron might be able to get it done through the mouse because he's the only thing right now that's making the mouse money. So
yeah, you're right. It's I can't wait because I know people like us when we go over like movies and stuff like that. It's just a long grind to do that stuff. That's why I kind of took a break from it. It's just a lot. Like you watch a movie, we talk about it. Next one. Franchise is done because usually we usually like to go over like all of them. So that's what I like to do. And then go to the next franchise. 7 of those. Fucking hell. All right, let's get right in there. Gray's point of view is he's like, all the new movies. Gray, you're insane. All right. 10 of those Oscar bait movies that he loves. 10 of those.
Dude, I understand. You don't get them. You're allergic to quality, but there's some really good films out there. You would, of course, never watch them, but you should take a look at it.
You watched Licorice Pizza.
I have not seen that. That is one of the only ones of PTAs that I haven't seen. You're thinking of Cole Turner. But either way, there's some really fun movies out there. Like, you would never be caught dead watching a Yorgos Lanthimos movie. But, my God, he makes some really fun, surreal films. You should really check out Begonia.
Did you? Okay, on Netflix, I don't know if Benedict Cumberbatch got nominated for this when it came out. It was that gay cowboy one he did. Did you watch that?
Oh, that's Brokeback
So there was
Mountain.
a little more to that than that, but yes.
I forgot the name of it. It was so gay.
Something about the
Brokeback
dog.
Mountain?
No, not that one.
It's like a boy and his dog. Give me 1 second. Something about a dog.
Goodness. The ending was actually pretty solid, but the whole movie was just gay. Like, just straight up homo. Like, fuck. I am not into that. all of a sudden you're watching a Netflix movie and goddamn, two dudes are blowing each other. Like, fuck.
Power of the Dog.
It's
an interesting movie. There's a lot of subtext and a lot of kind of tropes that are kind of being tackled in this. I'm surprised that MSK watched it, but good on you, sir. That one would be qualified as cinema.
The same thing happened with Ozark. I'm like, some of the stuff was a good premise, and then I'm like, what the fuck is all this shit in here?
Yeah, like
is it necessary? And then like you have I think he was like a gay FBI agent or something. That he goes to a local,
well, you can't allow that,
the boony area, and then the hillbilly dude, after he kissed him by accident, he comes back and kisses him. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, like watching Power of the Dog, and they're like, these dudes are sitting here getting naked next to each other. This one guy's just this like kid, like you could tell is 16 years old, following Benedict Cumberbatch's character around. What the fuck?
Like, dude, I want to watch this drug kingpin story of this guy threatening to kill his family from a Mexican drug cartel. And then they have this shit like in the boonies of some FBI agent making out with some hillbilly.
Ooh.
I'm like, what the fuck, dude? That's not what I was expecting to watch.
Oh my goodness. There was a movie Edgar Wright did back in 2022. I like that one.
I'm surprised you saw it. Are you talking Baby Driver or are you talking Last Night in Soho?
Last Night in a Dirty Hoe? Yeah.
It's an amazing film.
It's a good movie. I like that one.
Everything that Edgar Wright does is good, man. You can't name a bad one.
I was surprised Last Night in Soho did not get more talk than it did when it came out. It came out in a bad time for like box office wise. It was a really, really solid movie, actually. Man,
and it's a weird sell though that it's kind of a ghost story, kind of a time travel, kind of a.
But it works though. All the concepts
it's
work.
Great.
Yeah.
Edgar Wright is the man.
Yeah.
This weekend he's releasing his version of The Running Man, which was the 1985 Arnold Schwarzenegger one. Which is based off of a Stephen King novel as well. Man, it's going to be awesome. It stars Glenn Powell, and I think it's going to be a huge hit. If Predator made like $100 million this last weekend, I think Running Man's going to make a lot more. So I think this will be Edgar Wright's biggest one, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's the one I've had marked on my calendar all year.
I don't know, man. Like, I like the original Running Man. It would have been nice if they threw Arnold in there as like the past winner or something. That's what kind of like got me a little worried.
You could have a cameo of Arnold in there somehow, and Jesse the Body Ventura. That would be cool.
It's just going to be a completely different thing. Like they really went kind of weird with it and kind of small with those weird enforcers inside like an arena. It's going to be a lot bigger. Maybe there'll be cameos, but man, it's going to be a whole different beast. And I'm really looking forward to it.
I think it was for budget reasons they did it in an arena.
I've heard nothing but good things about it. All the early stuff and buzz about it is it's a damn good movie. So I'm kind of excited for it. I need to go see that one in Predator Badlands myself.
Watching movies.
Yeah, I'd be interested in your take on that.
All right, well, I'll get your take. I'm just worried because it's such a, Running Man is such a cult classic, and well, it's a good movie, and I just like it.
I love it. It's in my top 5 Schwarzenegger ones for sure.
I like the lead actor in the new one. Was it Glenn Powell? Yeah, I
like Glenn Powell.
He is versatile as hell, and I'm looking forward to it. Especially Edgar Wright kind of like let go, no one messing with him. You always get the best magic out of him that way.
I completely agree.
Also, Nexus, do you have your fan on?
No.
Yes. Oh, I thought it was me turning on my wife. See, I could have plugged in my wife actually.
Nah, this is like my computer that's
I thought
maybe
it was
overheating.
You're good. You're good. I thought you were plugging in my wife, so you're good.
Nah, I have standards.
My wife.
You see what he did there, MSK.
Yeah.
Oh,
are you saying my wife's not good enough for you because she's not real? Okay.
The only reason I worry,
I'm saying your wife is good enough for you.
The only reason I worry is because like there's certain movies that I don't think should be remade, but if they end up making me eat crow, I eat crow. So that's kind of the way. I just think all movies shouldn't be remade. Some should just like It'd be funny if they had a movie called Running Woman. That would that like have a spin on it, like have the running woman, like you know what I mean?
Man, they got an awesome actress in this, Katie O'Brien. I don't know if you've seen any of her last few movies, but man, she's a real muscle mommy. She is huge. They kind of have the running woman in this one. So,
I do like me a muscle mommy.
I mean, I like
if you've seen Love Lies Bleeding, like she literally plays this bodybuilder who's on too many substances, who's kind of going insane. It is amazing.
Yeah, as I get older, I seem to find myself attracted to women that could crush me with their thighs. So
I've been noticing that when you get older, you're right. Thighs become very important. They're like, thigh game's pretty good. But I'm a heterosexual, so that's
like while you guys are asking body count, I'm going to hand her a watermelon and say, "Crush this between your legs," and I will marry you right now.
Oh God! If she does that to you when you're having sex, you will die. Just pointing out, you will.
There's worse ways to die, MSK. There are worse ways to die.
You know,
called snoo.
But okay, so let's see what is coming out. So after Running Man, what the hell comes out anymore? Honestly, the year's almost over, boys. What you got?
Well, how surprising is that Predator Badlands beat its domestic by almost $20 million in some, like there's predictions from 30 to 20 million bucks.
Yeah,
it made 40 domestically and 40 overseas. The last I heard, it could be it's probably even more now. Very positive buzz with the fans as well as the critics. And it's outperformed all of its expectations. I think more people. There seems to be a lot of hate on Twitter for it, which I don't understand. I mean,
it's basically everyone just said it's like a good movie. It's just not a good Predator movie.
Oh, I see what.
I hear what they're saying. I don't think they're picking up on the subtle undertones that are there and the subtle undertones that were there in 87's Predator, because I don't know. I just did a ranking of both the Predator and Alien movies, and I gotta say, it's stacking it up against the other ones. I have way more issues with a lot of them than I do with Badlands. Sadly, Dan Trachtenberg, he has two of my top 3 Predator movies in his library already. I want to see what they're going to do next. It's not what a lot of people are saying it is. A lot of the criticism seems to be uninformed, like where they're saying this is breaking canon. I think a lot of people just don't know the canon because a lot of the movies have been so shitty. But I want to go further into it, but I don't want to spoil everything for everybody.
Yeah,
but,
just
give it a chance. It's way better than it deserved to be.
Well, you can't. Okay, the original is a masterpiece, and every film after that in the Predator line has tried to duplicate that masterpiece, where the hunter comes in, they go for attack. They even brought in a full team in the Predators or the Predator film with Shane Black. If you're going to expand this universe, you're going to have to do stuff that kind of breaks the pattern. If you want to do a Yamcha movie with nothing but Yamchas and with our Predators, and then have it there, you're going to have to create a society. You're going to have to create different kinds of personality. They're all not just going to be the same Predator over and over again. There's going to be bigger ones, smaller ones. There's going to be ones that react differently. They're going to have a society. They're going to have their problems and their own politics. So if you're going to delve into that, you're going to go away from the formula of mysterious creature shows up, muscled up guys kill them eventually. So, I mean, you can try to capture the Arnold magic, or you can try to go in a more expanse direction. And I don't think that it should. A lot of the hate, I feel, is really unwarranted. I haven't even seen the movie yet, but I just the reactions from some of the stuff I've seen is just like, I just feel like people are just trying to find reasons to hate this movie without actually like seeing the movie. It's just kind of weird.
But the one thing that I saw when I watched the first trailer, but people were like, the Predator doesn't look. Guys, predators are ugly, hideous creatures. I that's my thing. It's like, okay, if you're
and yet you found him attractive this time?
No. What I'm saying is, like if you're gonna, I would say this. But then again, I've had this conversation a lot with a lot of people. people are gonna find the oddest things to criticize anything on. It's just kind of the landscape.
What were you about to criticize him on? You said
oh
something
no,
about his appearance.
I could find it pretty stupid that someone would think the Predator should look pretty, but I was like, Predators are hideous, disgusting creatures. I just want to point out, if you're watching a Predator movie for what the Predator looks like, beside like wanting him to look like a fucking 6-pack underwear model, probably not movie for you. Actually, just pointing it out there. But that's just my thing. I mean, dude. I remember someone said they didn't like The Dark Knight because Heath Ledger smacked his gums the wrong way. And I agree. I think that's fucking stupid, but people have stupid reasons why they don't like stuff. And keep in mind, if the trailer did not give you a good idea to watch it, that's the trailer's fault. But then again, I also be this. Don't always go off with trailers because trailers can be misleading as far as it being a good movie or a bad movie. But then again, people just don't want to take that step because they don't want to feel like they got burned watching something. But I will probably end up, I don't know if I have time to go see it in theaters. I'll probably end up watching it, when it comes on like VOD or whatever in a few months, actually.
Support the dying film industry, sir.
Heath Ledger, the reason why he licked his lip was because of the makeup.
Yeah,
and he kept it in to give the Joker kind of a nervous twitch kind of thing. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Actually, Grace, I don't know if you guys saw those today. I won't say Grace Rhino. Predator Badlands. Jesus Christ. So you guys have Predator Badlands box office so far. It's 88 million so far. 10 million more domestically than internationally, which is good.
I know you're doing MSK math, but it was shot on a budget of 105 million, which isn't
I don't know.
Crazy for.
I don't know.
I know you don't know. We thank you for admitting it. This
Predator
time.
Badlands budget.
It's estimated budget 105 million, and they've already made 88.
Is that including marketing, or is marketing separate?
No, this is just the budget for filming. Nobody includes the budget for marketing and any of that. So if we do that classic MSK math, they only need to make $500 million to break even on this.
That's okay. So I don't know. I mean, okay. So the budget, you said 105. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know 50 for marketing.
I don't know the marketing. I mean,
160 about.
I don't even know the marketing of it. Predator Badlands marketing budget. I don't know. I've been kept up with this movie a lot
because I saw the ads everywhere.
So
I saw ads for it a lot
50,
too.
At least 50 million. I mean, half the budget.
Okay, so at this moment right now, we would have to go off with what Grace said because publicly it said the marketing budget hasn't been disclosed. It just hasn't been. There's just rough estimates.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't put like 200 million marketing on 100 million movie, yeah?
For sure.
Yeah, I mean,
it has to be
come on, this is not fact. Come on, this is just estimates. There's no actual factual like, hey, this.
No, we know there's no facts coming out of your mouth.
They said the estimated. They said if you're counting in what marketing budget they did put in, it would put it around $210 million because of the.
Okay, so we're just doubling it. Fair enough.
Yeah,
I guarantee you they'll be in the black on this one.
Well, that's if you believe they spent $100 million on marketing. That's if you believe that. But they spent some amount of marketing on it. I mean, we all saw ads for it. I would say, if you're asking me, maybe like $80 million has been on marketing for it. I saw ads everywhere for it, honestly. So
either way, I have a very strong hunch that this one will make it to the black. It is not going to stay. That's right, buddy. Always bet on black. So I think they're going to make their money back on this one. I don't know that it's going to be $1 billion film. This doesn't seem like the type of year that we have like any of them. I mean, this isn't exactly Chicken Jockey, but who knows? We'll see. I really hope that they do make their money back on this one. It seems like it's at least audience-wise a success, and Dan Trachtenberg's going to make a fourth one in this series, which is unheard of for a franchise to actually give somebody control.
It does have some competition for its legs because we still have Mortal Kombat 2, Running Man, and Avatar 3. So all three of those will probably beat it out over the weekend.
Avatar 3 is going to complete. I would move all my movies away from that. That's going to just take over. As we've seen in the past before, Avatar.
That's closer to Christmas, so I don't think that'll be as a big deal. But Running Man will chop the legs out of underneath.
It will. I think Running Man's definitely going to be number one.
You think the Running Man's legs are going to get chopped off? Oh my God, the puns here. Good Lord.
Running Man's going to chop the Predator's
legs off.
Okay, you said 105. So what's it? Times 2.5 is the standard. So it would need 262. If you're going off just no marketing, it would need 262. Now that's break even, so that's not profit, but that's at least break even.
How did you get to 1.5 times?
2.5.
Were you just saying it's standard MSK math?
The industry standard is you multiply the budget 2.5.
Yeah, but that's like for big movies.
That is a big blockbuster. You know that, right?
Like they didn't advertise Predator Badlands at like the Super Bowl or anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, I would call it. I mean, if you're putting $100 million on, that's a big blockbuster.
It's not that big for Disney. Like, look at every one of their like superhero movies. That's a lot bigger than this, and that's their disclosed budget. So I don't know, man. I don't know if the MSK math quite maths here, but
that's the general rule of thumb.
Fair enough.
Everyone goes off.
If it makes it to 400 million, they're going to be very, very happy. But that's going to need a lot of legs to get to 400 million.
I promise you, I'm not making that up. That is literally the general rule of thumb.
It sounds like you're making it up. But either way, this is the third one that they've allowed Dan Trachtenberg to do, and this is the only one that got a theatrical release.
But
so this is the one that they're actually making money back on. Where Prey, I mean, it's a decent movie. It is in my top probably 4 Predator films. It's not the worst, but there is zero money made on that thing. It was a direct to Hulu thing.
That's what I point out. This is a general rule of thumb that people have gone off for years. But keep in mind, it's not even just it's not just what it makes though. Keep in mind, the theater takes a percentage of that too. So it's not just that you get $262 million. Also, is it going to get 262? I don't know. I mean, I have no clue.
I think we might need to reassess how we actually do the movie math though, because right now, there's an entire stage of the movie, what would you call it, finances that aren't being accounted for at all.
So it could be more.
They don't have to share the cuts with anyone. No, but it's the stage before it goes to streaming and after it's gone to theater. Now we've got this VOD window where, maybe you didn't want to spend $50 to see it in the theater, but hey, you could spend $25, $20 to rent it on demand. I don't know, man. They don't have to report any of those profits, and it seems like all of those are getting this kind of second market.
Yeah, but not
I don't know, man.
Not those.
I don't think there's any chance that this isn't going to be in the black. But again, always bet on black.
Yeah, but that's not box office, right? That doesn't count towards if it was a.
So that's what I'm saying. So what is that? It's just nothing profits.
Well,
because you understand, you would still take that money that you make from the VODs, and that would still go against the cost that it took to make the movie.
Yeah,
so what are you calling that? That's why I said perhaps we need a new type of math.
I don't know. I mean,
what else?
Keep in mind, but how else would you calculate it to make profit then? If you're not using that, then what will be your measurement then?
That's not just bonus money. That is money that comes in for that movie that you spent that expenses on.
How would you calculate the general rule of thumb if you're just using your own? Because if we're not going to use that,
if I'm a studio executive, if they disclosed VOD, we would know. Like Superman, supposedly, Superman was the highest VOD movie of the year, supposedly. Well, that means millions of people spent $25 a piece, and Warner Brothers was getting most of that back. Not like the movie theater where it's half. They were getting a most of that percentage back because it's just video on demand. Plus, they're not costing them any money to actually distribute it. So if they're making $300 million on VOD and the movie in the theater made $610, but they're keeping most of that 300. Well, now you could put the budget, the box office or the money that raked in up to close to $1 billion. Yeah. Warner Brothers is going to consider that a success. If Badlands makes, let's say, $300 million by the time it's done, and then they top on another $200 million in video on demand, well, now they just made $500 million. Well, technically, let's say $200 million from the video on demand. They keep most of that, and then half of the box office. So if it was 400, let's say 200 there. Well, that movie just made them 200 or $400 million, if that's the math.
Minus the theater cuts too, because the theaters don't they take like 50%?
Well, that's why I said half of the. Let's say we take half of the box office. Let's say it gets to 400. Well, that's $200 million to Disney, and then they turn around and make another $200 million on video on demand.
Yeah.
Where they're making out of that $200 million, they make $195 million of it in their pocket. Well, that just goes on to the budget of what that film made. So then, if they're thinking, okay, we want another Predators movie, well, yeah, this one was a huge success. So because. I don't think we could, like Grayson, I don't think we could go off the old standard where we just look at box office and we just go by 2.5 because too many movies are being made where all of the suits and everyone seems to be happy and they're making more of them, but the math isn't adding up anymore. But after COVID, I think the video on demand market is probably a stronger market than in the cinemas right now. I would almost bet I don't know how confident I am, but I wouldn't be that surprised if studios make more money on demand or video on demand than they do in box office sometimes.
So I'll use this because you don't think Avengers Doomsday is going to be making gangbusters, right? Like the other ones, because the other ones all made like $2 billion a piece, that's fucking insane to think about now at this point. So like,
yeah, but
let's say
about $2 billion. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say Doomsday, because you guys don't think it's gonna make $1 billion. I know most of you don't. So if it makes like $800 million, would you consider it a failure box office wise? But if they made a lot of money in the other avenues of avenues of making money,
here's the thing. Like if Doomsday cost $1 billion and they wanted to make $2.5 billion, and in the box office they make $2.2 billion, and then in video on demand they make the other $300 million that they need to tack onto that to be a success, then I would consider that a success.
Yeah, but
if it costs them $1 billion and they need to make $2 billion and they make $800 million, there's no way fucking video on demand is going to
help. So that's the way I'm looking at it with most, like this one too. So like it cost $100 million. So labs even said like tax credits. Let's hypothetically they even got it. They got the tax credits back on like $75 million, right? 75. If you do the old rule, 75 times 2.5 is the standard. I'm not saying you could use this, but I'm just saying it would need like $187 million to make break even, maybe profit, right? But then again, it has to get to that too. It has to get to that $180 million for even it to be considered a moderate success too. I don't know if it's going to hit $200 million, so it doesn't look like it.
Well, let me ask you this: your movie needs to make $150 million to be a success.
Yeah,
it makes $140 million in the box office, and then you go to video on demand and it makes $200 million. Are you going to consider that a success or not?
It was a success VOD wise, not box office wise. That's what.
So you're not going to? Are you going to make a sequel?
You probably should, but
if you have the paycheck, it's like, is this worth? I made money. Did I make enough money off this for a sequel?
Yeah. So it's just a different way of. It's just the same way of looking at it. You weren't successful in this avenue, but you were successful in this avenue. So you probably do a sequel to it. You just weren't successful in one avenue. It doesn't mean you weren't successful somewhere else, right? That's all it means. It's just a different way of saying it. Like,
but at the same time, though, I don't think that the studios look at that separately. Like,
they probably don't, but
I don't see that. Like, if it's like Ant-Man, of course, was a failure because video on demand couldn't have saved it. So then of course, they're going to look at that. But if they say, okay, yeah, the box office audience wasn't great, but it was good, and then the video on demand office is great, then yeah, we can risk going in for a sequel. But if both of those are bad and it's not making a profit at the end of the day, then why would you make another?
Yeah. So my thing is, you could also look at it from the way we know that potentially Warner Brothers are looking at their universe. You're in it for the long haul. You're okay with taking losses if you think the end goal is like this fucking mountain of gravy with money. You can do that. We've seen a lot of franchises do that, right? You can go, hey, these aren't really financially doing that well, but I can see it in the long haul. There's just different ways of looking at it, right? That's what I would say. But then again, that's what I do with this show. I invest in you guys. You're all clout chasing, worthless bastards.
Oh,
but then
shut
again,
up.
I go in the long haul, man. Well, you're all insane.
Well, Batman Begins did that. Remember, they expected it to make like at least 600 or $700-800 million, and it didn't really do well how they expected.
305, something like that. But it's 2005 inflation too. So
yeah, but they were like, wait, people like it. The reviews are good. The Blockbuster / Hollywood Video Rentals were decent. So like, maybe we can.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe we could. Yeah, the rental.
Fucking crazy.
And they were like, well, and rentals were the saviors back then, right? If a movie didn't really performed well enough, they had the rental, and then sometimes sequels happen.
Yeah, the lucrative DVD sales. But keep in mind, I don't know the inflation of 2005, so maybe Batman Begins did better.
Were you even born?
How old was I? I think I was in.
Well, you remember too, back in 2005, maybe. wasn't really a video on demand market like there is now. That sprouted up during COVID, where it's same day as theater, $25 rental, $29 buy it.
Yeah.
That kind of sprung up during the COVID era real big. It was around before, but it was really big.
It was after, like, say, Anchorman, right? It was in theaters, right? Anchorman, after it left the theaters, then it would go on video on demand.
Yeah.
On the cable package. And that's
the big question now is because of COVID, are studios now looking at video on demand as important as box office, or is it where it's like we can do 100 mil short of our goal because we know video on demand we're going to make that up? Like, the video on demand numbers are huge.
And Lap said, but it did huge on DVD.
That's true. Yeah. So the thing is, because keep in mind, studios, we know this with Netflix a lot too. Netflix will always say they have the number one, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But then we don't know how much it actually increased, because for them it would be sub numbers, right? You make this $300 million movie, then these subs would come in from that. I don't know if that movie specifically gave you subs, or did the previous shit you already had on there gave you subs. That's only because studios could say, I'm not saying they always tell the truth, but they could straight up be like, yeah, this movie did so well on VOD. It's like, okay. But then again, I don't know these numbers though. I mean, none of us do, right? I don't know if it was a success.
And they don't have to tell us legally. They don't have to tell us numbers.
But
unless they're in the UK or in some other foreign country where they have to disclose that.
Yeah.
If you have you have connections to the money, like a government worker or like into like finance, like a tax person, then you can legally check those things out, and that's how they got leaked.
Like
for us to look at.
Deep Blue Sea. Deep Blue Sea 2 came out, which is literally shit movie, but it made so much, like you said, on VOD that they went, okay, let's make a third one. That's fine, But it's weird because we don't know those numbers. That's the thing. I wish we did. We'd be able to analyze things a lot better, but that's how I've always looked at it. So like, this movie failed here, but it was a success here.
Yeah. So Batman Begins didn't do as well as they wanted. It did well in the DVDs and rental, right? So they said, "Fuck it, we're gonna continue it with the Dark Knight."
They knew there was interest. They knew
the reviews were good enough for that too. It wasn't like a shit, because sometimes reviews made or break. That's why movies sequels got canceled sometimes.
Yeah. And keep in mind, Batman Begins is budget.
Buzz and momentum. It's like Superman didn't do quite what we wanted, but let's say Man of Tomorrow breaks the bill.
Yeah, like Superman Returns. Superman Returns is a good example, because we're talking about like superhero stuff, right?
Yeah.
It did not do well critically.
Superman Returns flopped from what we know.
It did not do financial, at least for back then. No, it wasn't a terrible, but like people,
I think
they didn't like that. It was essentially a alternate universe continuation of the Christopher Reeve / Richard Donner movies.
Okay, so
they didn't like that.
All the action in that movie was Superman pure. Like, he just kept on picking up heavier things to the whole movie.
Oh god,
it's like I'm picking up the Daily Planet. I'm picking up an airplane. I'm picking up an island of kryptonite. Just constantly just picking things up.
Superman Returns budget $223 million. Come on, this is 2005, 2006, so inflation could be higher or more. Just pointing it out there. Superman Returns $223 million. It took in $391.1. Batman Begins, who came out the year before, $150 million budget. It made $375. Like, you could but then again, there were talks of having a Superman Returns sequel. Probably it might have sold very well on DVD, but keep in mind, a movie getting a sequel is pending on a lot more than just money, as we know now.
Yeah,
there's been movies that have made a lot of money that have no, like Barbie. Barbie is Warner Brothers' most successful movie. No sequel in
deserved.
No sequel in mind at all.
You will ruin it if you get a sequel. It is the perfect movie in its ambiguity. Everybody sees what they want to see in it. It's a Rorschach test. But if you make a sequel, you are going to do the same thing that the Joker essentially did, where they have to lean into one side or another, and you're just going to upset the people who viewed it a different way. I think they will only ruin everything if they make a sequel.
And look what happened to the director. He's in director's jail right now because he fucked up. He fumbled the bag.
And he did not. It was the second best musical of last year, and it was Pearl Before Swine. What can I say? You guys just don't get it.
Hold on. Musical. Next, not this week. The week after this one. I think it's on Thanksgiving week. Wicked for Good comes out. Is Gray taking his wife to go see Wicked for Good?
I would assume yes.
I would assume
not in the theater, but I mean, yeah, we saw it. It was not one of my top musicals of last year. I don't know, man. I saw that actual play like in the run that came to my town. We saw Kristen Chenoweth or whatever in it. The movie is a poor adaptation of the actual musical.
No, I'm
like
saying,
it's
are you gonna watch
it's really shitty because like
Cinemas?
the musical is one of the most popular ones ever, and what they decided to do is add in a bunch of filler and make it a 2-part thing for no reason, and then rework these amazing songs into less catchy versions that kind of stop in the middle of it. I don't know. I want to see how they're going to fuck up the end of it because they, in my opinion, did on the other part, but it's going to be successful regardless of my opinion.
Great. I have to ask you this because South Park had an episode about this. Dudes that took their wives to plays just to get blown. Is that the reason why you went to these plays to get blown?
No. I'm comfortable with my sexuality, and I'm fine watching people sing on stage.
And nothing to do with sexuality. It's the ulterior motive that you could potentially be getting handies at the end of these things.
I'm just saying, Joker 2 was the second best musical of last
so
year.
that's a yes.
That's pretty much yes. He's watching these because his wife blows him afterwards.
Yeah, no dude's like, I'm gonna go see the Jersey Boys. We're gonna go fucking watch that because
I didn't watch the Jersey Boys, but
no, but I'm just using that as an example.
It was my favorite musical of last year.
Oh, I imagine, yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, I've only ever seen one good musical. All the rest were crap. Okay, Team America.
Hell yeah. Matt Stone and Trey Parker were actually supposed to have another musical out this 4th of July. And for some reason, they didn't. But I think they were in the middle of negotiating their amazing, groundbreaking deal. So I hope they're able to get their musical out next year. But don't forget, they have another hit musical that was just amazing, Book of Mormon. It's great. It's really offensive, yet it made it to Broadway. Hell yeah. Those guys can do no wrong.
But this is I want to make sure I clarify this. I don't want any.
Hey, MSK, you do prefer it bigger, longer, and uncut, right?
Bigger, better, stronger. That's my motto here.
No, he's talking about the South Park movie, dude.
Oh, he's talking.
Yeah, come on, dude.
I know.
That's a musical. That is a musical, and technically, it's a movie and a musical. Yeah.
I hope no. Come on. Even when I was doing these box office analysis videos with you guys, and we're still gonna do them in the future, obviously. It's just I don't want any movie to fail financially. I don't, because everyone that worked on it doesn't get paid or could now have gotten paid. I don't know. Like I want movies to do good in general, but you have to be honest when like numbers are not looking good. Like we just learned that we had the worst Halloween ever in like 3 decades. That's not good.
Well, I think the thing is that a lot of people a lot of studios are, and maybe this might be I could blame like Marvel and other studios for this, like the whole hitting like a $800 billion threshold. Maybe companies can't seem to be okay making 500 million off of a 150 million movie. So I mean, I think the problem is studios need to lower their expectations. That's what the problem is.
And the budgets and how much you're paying these people, because we know this now. Actors are really not the biggest draw for these movies, unless you're like, even if you're Tom Cruise or The Rock or like Denzel Washington, they're just not the biggest draws anymore. Like, so if actors aren't the biggest draw for the movies, then how do you get people? Because most, I imagine like back in the day when I was a kid, if you heard Brad Pitt was in a movie, Angelina Jolie or Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger, you watch because you actually really like them. Now, I think that's the biggest, and the more I thought about it, that's the biggest problem that movies have. If the actors aren't the draw, the marketing can only do so much, right? Like, I don't know how else, because obviously their names are on the posters. We see them act. Obviously, we're a bit more connected to them now with social media. If they're not the draws, you need new people then. Because if actors aren't the draws, then what are you paying them all this money for, honestly?
What drew you in to watch the last 3 movies that you saw? Was it the actors?
Wait, which one? Wait, which ones?
I mean, I think you only saw 3 movies this year, right? So you get
Superman,
your Captain America,
Thor, and Jurassic World. No, I would say no.
Okay, so was it the actors?
No, not really. That's a problem.
Then what drew
right?
you in?
No, but I'm saying that's a problem though. The actors should be the draw. Their performances should draw you in.
I don't want to see a movie just because some asshole is in it. I want to know that there is actually a good plot going on there, that the delivery of it's going to be good.
Story. It's just a draw. You have to draw people in to get to the story, right? The story's good. Obviously, I
don't know, man. I think Tom Cruise is extremely overrated. People have told me his movies are great. I'm still waiting for a great one.
Okay, great. Maybe you have
Top Gun Maverick was pretty good.
No, I'm saying, but how would you? Because you have to draw people in. If the marketing's not working, and the actors aren't a draw, you have to get them to the theaters, right? And we know the actors aren't a draw anymore. Like this is Black Adam, The Rock couldn't get that movie to like $400 million, and you know that fucking flopped as hell. So The Rock can't draw people in to go and to watch a movie. I don't know what the hell is going to happen.
Well,
anymore.
is it the draw power, or is it that people just can't afford it? Like we also have to factor in economy. And if people can't afford
again, I'm just kidding. I'm
joking. If people can't afford to go to the movies as much, and they're watching less movies per year, if at all, then that is also a factor where you could have the best marketing in the world, and you could have the biggest draw in the world, but there might be just only so many people going to watch movies now. So there's also that factor in there too. It could not be. I mean, I imagine it's a mixture of everything. The draws aren't as big as they used to be. The movies don't have as good of a rep as they used to. People generally think movies aren't as good as they used to.
Generalization.
Even though there's lots of good stuff coming out right now. But it's just, I think we see that with good movies that just don't get people watching them. And some of that just might be because they can't afford it, because like you want to get the best bang for your buck for your entertainment. Like if you invested into The Adventures of Sig and Joe, it's always your money's worth, and you always get nonstop entertainment with it. So,
and people don't want to feel like they got burned. So, like, maybe the last Predator movie they watched was the Shane Black one. They don't want to feel like they got burned when supporting with this one. And keep in mind, that's just a logical decision people make. And keep in mind, it could be wrong or right, but
or even they could say, "Hey, Badlands looks great, but I got to wait till it comes on Hulu because I just can't afford to go, or I'm too busy, or I've got OnlyFans videos to make and dicks to suck and all this other things, So
women have a lot of those to suck. There's no shortage of those. Lord, no, but I think all of it has a factor to it. I think at all point, actors aren't a draw, economy, the generalization that movies suck. Concession prices, people. It's not just economy. You talk with people while they say it's too expensive. Concession prices are too much. They say, but that's how the theaters make their money, right? The theaters make their money selling you candy. They have to kind of keep the lights on somehow. It's all just a fucked
popcorn
system.
Buckets.
It's the same way that happens in like comic books too. People understand this. This works the same way. It's like this guy. All three of them eat if it's good, but if it starts fucking up, one of these parts in this centipede is gonna just start taking some shit, And it feels like if the studios make bad movies, the theaters have to put them out because how are you gonna get people to go to your business without any movies? You do like.
Did you compare the entire movie industry to the human centipede?
That's how it kind of. To be fair, that's how it works. That's how the company industry works.
Your go-to analogy. Why you
publisher, distributor, then your retailer, right? It's all this system is so fucked, man. I wish we had a different system.
So the moviegoer is the last section of the human centipede.
I was going to say the same thing. Are you referencing the human centipede movies?
But, to be fair, we're not, because keep in mind, the studio pays the money for the actors and producers to make the movie. You see it in the theater, right? You're the last person that gets to visualize what happened. So technically, you're the end of the centipede, right? If we're being honest here. But that's how these systems always work.
Or are you the eyes? Is it shit backwards? You never know.
The eyes are the company making the movie, though. They're the. But I get what you're saying. You guys are joking, but no, that's the reason why they make the streaming services, because they don't have, because the theaters, what's in the centipede is the middleman, right? They don't. I truly believe they don't actually want middlemen anymore. They want the money for themselves. Like, those VOD numbers. There's a reason why they don't show those VOD numbers. They want those to themselves. Because
but who's the popcorn distributor, and where does Big Candy fit into
another middleman? They would love to get rid of if they wanted to.
But don't you think it would be beneficial, like, for people talking shit? Let's say for you, Superman, for example.
Yeah,
it's like, well, according to math, you should have got 700 million to break even, and you got to like 615. So then this is a failure, James Gunn. And James Gunn goes, well, no, if you look over here, we made 300 million on video on demand, so that puts the overall, blah blah. I'm surprised. I don't know why they keep them so close to chest, because my initial thinking is that you do that because they're not as good as you want people to believe they are. But at the same time, though, they're acting like they're okay with losing money, or they're making more money than we think. it's just kind of this weird thing because all the studios seem to be like, well, yeah, this movie's fine. We're happy. We're going to give him more money to keep moving on. Well, it's like, well, what are we missing to keep this going? Like, why is Warner Brothers pissing away cash if Superman was an abstract failure?
Well, keep in mind, around this moment
why
in
are
time,
they
they have
still
the
doing
merger. They have potentially a split or a person buying them out coming up. So this would happen with the previous regime. You remember that, dude, where they announced a bunch of random shit that never happened because they wanted to, I guess, make things look good for their shareholders and their investors. Come on, these people have shareholders and investors too, you know, and they want to see constant growth every quarter. At least we know HBO.
And they want to see their money coming back to their pockets.
Well, it does help with the sale too if you look like you're on a
productive,
like really
making
good
shows.
Check this out. You know, our DC franchise is taking off, and
our DC franchise has 5 shows in development. I'm just saying all of it applies. I'm not saying it's one or the other. I'm just saying all of it applies because I don't know, because Warner Brothers did this before in the past too. Like they kept making shitty movies and that other crappy DCEU, knowing it was bad. Nobody went and watched those movies. Those all
Green Lantern was shit. It was terrible.
If you want to count that one too, you can use that one. A lot of minus maybe like 3 of those movies, none of them really did well financially. All of them are pretty much losses, in my opinion.
Well, they could be lying through their teeth and just taking it.
And they have to be fair. They can't just tell you that Superman was keep in mind, Superman, they can't just walk up to you and be like, this was an absolute failure. They're going to have to always present the idea that it was a giant success. But keep in mind, Doctor Strange 2 had a higher budget than we knew. The budget for Doctor Strange 2 was like, what, $320 or something like that? But it was revealed to be like 4 something. So these studios, depending on who you're talking about, which movie, they could have lied about their budgets too. Like I would hope in my heart they didn't lie. But then again, I'm a human being and we know how that happens.
It's weird because I'm not trying to defend Dwayne Johnson, Dwayne The Rock Johnson on the situation, but it's like, okay, so Superman is okay or it did well, right? But it didn't make its money back. But when Black Adam came out, even DC were lambasting him and saying, yeah, it was the shits. It's so weird. Even James Gunn, because they were fighting each other behind the scenes. So of course he's going to bury him in the press
and Black Adam
say that shit.
Keep in mind, just from the numbers we saw, we knew Black Adam financially flopped. It didn't do
well.
But then again,
not do well.
That's why I've always told you guys it's always about who you like more. I truly believe that they just genuinely like James Gunn, that they'll give him whatever he kind of wants. That's why I said it might be about money, it might be about this or that. They might just like him. Obviously it's nepotism at its finest. Because keep in mind, these other guys they had, not using Zack Snyder, he's fucking trash. He deserved to be canned. That guy stinks. All these other guys got screwed over. Like Joaquin Phoenix, that previous regime liked Joaquin Phoenix so much they just dumped him money, even though he just didn't want to do it. They just gave him that much money to do that movie. I don't know. But then again, being hot, rich, and good looking like me is not easy. You gotta look good.
Well, right, they also screwed Jared Leto too, because he was supposed to return as the Joker in other DC Universe projects, and they ended up technically firing him.
Broken clock, right? Once a day. That one was good. Good Lord, I want my
it's weird because they replaced him in the the Birds of Prey movie. That wasn't Jared Leto. That was a stuntman.
Batgirl movie too. Remember, they can't that Batgirl movie when they're like, we don't. I think the official statement was we didn't want to put out something that looked bad for our studio.
He only returned. Jared Leto only returned as the Joker for the Snyder version of the Justice League.
Oh, I got you on that one.
He only returned.
Besides, who's going to give you a reach around?
He only returned to that, and then he looked so different. He doesn't look like the Suicide Squad one. He has long hair now.
What you don't like was going to get you hurt. Oh, God, his acting so bad.
I'm glad he doesn't look like a SoundCloud rapper from Florida anymore.
Yeah, he ended up looking like Eric Draven. He ended up looking like Eric Draven from The Crow, almost.
Oh, keep in mind, that last regime, I think Zack Snyder finessed someone to give him $70 million to finish that movie. That you knew that company was ran like some dog shit. That I'll be honest with you should be fired for that. You just gave I'm saying random, right? He just gave a guy $70 million to finish a movie that they vehemently did not want to put out. Yeah, you kind of can get fired. If I found you do my business, you can get out. There's things you just gotta draw the line at. Nope. That's how bad that company was being ran. because they saw like I think they did it because we saw the engagement on Twitter. There was a lot of engagement for the Snyderverse on Twitter. That was your barometer, was Twitter.
Well, they only did it because they're trying to build content for their streaming services. So like, we give him 70 million, which is what they're spending on TV series along those lines. He finishes this up, and then we get a bunch of people on HBO Max, all the Snyder Sims, to finish out watching. To watch it then.
This is how even the comic book industry, Warren knows this. I mean, the other Warren, King Style, Gray, you know all this.
Yeah.
You're the last person to touch that comic book, right? That's how it's always been. We're the last person to touch any of the shit they make because it has to go through channels and checks and shipping and all that other bullshit that they do in this fucking industry.
And they have to check for basically for editorial reasons. They have to see if there's mistakes. Because I didn't know that, right? But I found out through the Jack Kirby thing with that his inker, how he was the shits in drawing things and he ruined his artwork. I didn't know that you had to go through certain channels like that, right? Because I'm not in the comic book industry. I'm a normie, right?
Well, you're a Jaguar.
Yeah, I'm a Jaguar. Yeah, let's go with that. So I didn't know that that's how it is, but yeah, it's normal for comic books or books in general to have editorials, like even manga as well. Like you have to go through a third party or whatever, or almost a third party, like a second party, and see, oh, this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad. No, fix this, and it might be good. Alter it a little bit, and it'd be perfect.
Even the best animes ever, Dragon Ball, Kurt had editors too. Like it's just. I don't know. I mean, the only way it gets fixed is because the theaters have to show bad movies because that's how they make their money. The only way things change is what I've always said about the system we have between movies and everything. It only gets better if the actual publishers make better shit. Because unless they actually legitimately make better shit, there's no other way for it to change because they're always they're the ones making the checks. They're the ones getting most of the money. They're the ones kind of controlling everyone's livelihoods. So unless they have a coordinated effort to make things better, we're all kind of screwed, and we have to all let Gray eat our assholes out. That's just what happens in life, right, Gray? All right, so we'll do outros because we had a great show tonight. But yes, thank you.
How dare you, sir?
I want to thank the audience for my award I got earlier. I want to thank the Oscars and the Academy for letting me, talk about my cinema. I love it.
So you did get that award for the most uninformed then?
I did not win awards for being a porn addict. Never happening. And I quit porn. I'm retired now. Actually,
I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you for having me on.
Thank you as usual. I love you.
I don't see. This is why our past will come back to haunt us, like Gray said in 12 years. Great conversation. I appreciate all the opinions of everybody here. And yeah, I'll be back next week, hopefully with something even more controversial.
Oh God. I'll always say this. If you're a high value man, do not settle for some ran through horror. That's my opinion, but that'll be another tangent. Next
he's got a point, Warren. You could do better than this.
Next is, what do you got planned coming up, man? That you would like to let the audience know
I'm about 3 hours away from finishing my video. So tomorrow you'll be able to see it when you wake up. I've been doing that like the whole week. I was up until like the Fantastic Four video, yeah.
Nice. I am really looking forward to that one, man.
Okay, you're making a video about the box office or the actual movie?
No. Oh, do you have no memory, MSK?
He's reviewing it.
Come on.
I don't remember you. You guys are cloud chasers. I don't remember nothing y'all.
He's reviewing it because he believes Fantastic Four was
communist propaganda.
Propaganda. Yeah, come on, man. You gotta pay attention to your guests.
Hi. You guys, y'all cloud chasing bastards. Okay, Kingstall, what do you got planned coming up?
Well, I'm gonna do a show with Psycast with Cyfax this week.
That cloud chaser? Oh my God!
Yeah, he is the ultimate cloud chaser. Yes.
Yes.
As I need to continue, and then next week with you, possibly Monday, if we do get a Monday, because sometimes people don't like Mondays. So Monday and Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Fuck it. Who's counting, right? Because I could be on any time. Maybe next Thursday, possibly.
Who knows? That's how it happens.
Yeah, who knows? It's so random. And so Saturday, Cyfax, and then my other buddy, Foulmouth Ken on Saturday, like hours later. So that's about it.
Hell yeah. Gray, what you got planned coming up?
Well, if you just want more of this and you want just the distilled best parts, perhaps you're looking for something that has a little bit more of Lunchbox Warren in it, you should check out The Adventures of Sig and Joe, because it is taking the internet by storm and it deserves it. You should go spend your time there. But if you have read up all 4 issues and, you are willing to spend the time watching a quality show, well, maybe you should check out The Last Panel. Some say it's like the MSK show, only good. So, yeah, come on over there. You can see a lot of familiar faces, but this week we're going to be talking about Saturday morning cartoons. So if you're not doing anything Friday, come on over to one of the biggest and best kept secrets on the internet. It's YouTube at The Last Panel 1. For The Last Panel, it's a bunch of us who have a certain appreciation for a lot of things of the past, and we want to talk about it in a very entertaining way. So come on over, join us. And then, if you just can't get enough, come on over Thursday for The Thinkers. I don't know. It's an international panel. We're talking about a bunch of weird stuff this time. In a delicate way, we're talking about this person who got an art commission and then kind of said, I will do the commission, but just so you know, this is against my TOS. And then the person was like, no, it's not in your TOS. So they quickly went ahead and changed their TOS. It's a weird art community scandal that's going on. If you want to hear a little bit of something about that and an international opinion on it, come on over to YouTube at That Darn Kidda tomorrow night. That's about all I got going on. What about you, Lunchbox Warren? The one, the only, the creator of Sig and Joe.
Well, tomorrow when I get off work, I'll be filming a review with Dingus Dad. It's a pre-recorded, so I'm not sure exactly when it will come out, but we'll be filming it tomorrow of a review of The Dead Earth, Wonder Woman's graphic novel by Daniel Warren Johnson. Then after that, I am going to go live on YouTube, which was going to be a gaming stream. But since I am down to the last couple pages of Sig and Joe issue 4, the milestone of getting that first arc done, I will be drawing on that tomorrow night. And I'm going to try to get it finished tomorrow night. So that'll be a good event. Then on Friday, you can catch me on the Last Panel show. And then right after that, you can catch me on here with MSK. Saturday, we'll be back to gaming. No, Saturday will be a draw stream where I will be drawing on my drawing table, doing some physical art. And then on Monday, we'll be going back to gaming. But I need to work with both my Arkham Asylum and my Arkham City downloads from Steam aren't working as well. They're cutting out and there's some problem. So I might try to hook up my PlayStation and start doing through the video card that I have and playing my PS5 through my computer. So we're going to be shooting for a gaming stream on Monday. I just don't know what game yet. I don't know what I'm going to be using. So just keep an eye out for that. But tomorrow will be the big day where hopefully I get issue 4 artwork finished. So keep an eye out for that. And thank you, WZ, for all of the links. That is really awesome.
WZ is the man.
WZ.
And what about you, Mr. MSK? What can they expect from the Glizzmaster himself?
Nothing. I'm going to be a homeless bum who's going to suck dick on the street corner for money.
The same old?
Yeah. Okay, so I don't want to promise anything for the comic book channel yet. So potentially a spectacular MSK episode tomorrow. Probably going to stream Master Duel. And probably just going to play League later on in the day because I'm off tomorrow. So that's pretty much it. Who knows? I might just fucking go and play Master Duel after this show's over in a little bit because there's a new event that just started. So I'm pretty happy about that. But no, we had a great episode tonight. Way more better than what happened on Monday because that was trash. This is kind of quality I expect out of you guys. Got to engage. You got to talk. You got to be like Gray. Hot mustard that'll just drizzle down your throat when you drink it. It's so fucking gross.
What in the hell did you just say? You concern me, sir.
Would you like a back massage, Gray?
I'm good. You know the deal. No touching.
No. So no touching, you know? Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Okay. No, all jokes aside. So potentially just tomorrow, spectacular MSK show episode, potentially if I can get it all together, because I do want to make some more content on that channel coming very, very soon. We also have 2 game streams potentially. Friday, I'm pretty sure I'm doing a one-on-one with Herman Hunter. It's going to be a second appearance. We have an MSK show with me and Warren and Nate. We'll actually have the topics for that show because, I do quality discussion here. Actually, that's just all I ever try to do is get quality discussion. So I don't know what me and Labs are going to be doing us for a comic book review this Saturday. I want it to be Absolute Batman issue 11, but I'm going to have to find it. And I don't know where it is right now in my packages. So if that's not the case, then we'll just review something else. But that's pretty much it for right now. Just want to say thank you guys for checking out this episode of the